bail on Willa. Luca's going to, I believe it's a free action to shift the gun.
Yes, it is.
So flick his wrist and have the gun shift back into the pistol form, and with his other hand, draw his rapier.
Okay.
And he's gonna go in for melee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I can quite get in this turn. Oh wait, my speed went up.
It
Yeah,
did.
still
Just a
can't get
little.
in this turn.
Oh.
Yeah, just a little. Not enough to get in this turn. But Luca's charging into melee.
You can see the
And
form
that's
in
him for
the
this turn.
cave struggling against the bonds as they're watching this demonic Finn start to fight you guys. He's like, this might be my chance, but it doesn't look like he's getting out of those bonds anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys remember, there is a Tech man all tied up in the cave. Anyway, Willa, you're up.
Willa is going to,
You are grappled.
in sort of Finn's, I know,
Okay.
in his grasp, take both of her hands and set one on the new pendant that she got from Tyvane and activate her Twilight Sanctuary. And like look at Finn and be like, Finn, I know you're in there. Let us help you. And then a bonus action cast Sanctuary on herself, but is not like still actively trying to reach through to him.
Can you roll me persuasion at disadvantage, please?
Yes.
I never said it was going to be easy to talk Finn down. I just said it was possible.
I'm trying. A 9.
The grip around you begins to squeeze harder, and you can look into the eyes of Finn that are beginning to lose their green of Lungarnad and kind of spark up with this red fire.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's me.
Asterisk or Narissa, please continue.
Hello. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm pretty far away, and I think that I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead, bonus action, Starry Form Archer, and then Guiding Bolt. I'm going to Guiding Bolt at 4th level.
Okay.
Because I can.
That hits. No, wait, no,
Okay.
no, it doesn't.
18 doesn't?
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Oof.
No, sorry.
That's okay, because then I have advantage for my Starry Form. 25.
That does hit.
Okay. 15 radiant damage for that.
Oh, that looks like it
And
did a
then-
lot of damage to him, and part of the fur begins to kind of wilt away and drop onto the ground.
Okay,
You notice that
perfect.
where the fur drops, all of the grass dies.
Ooh. Yuck.
Still meant to do that.
No. Grass isn't meant to die. Is that your turn? Yeah, okay. Cassia, you're up.
Right. B is going to fighting me character sheet. Steady aim shot. Her bow. Damn.
That does not
Oh
hit.
shit. Yeah. No. Well. And she can't do anything else except just sit there frustrated.
It's a free action to shout.
Enough.
If you feel like it. You don't have to talk to Demon Finn if you don't feel
Oh,
like it.
I do. I just want to find the right. I want to find the right words. So kind of like go to aim her shot and let it go, but it obviously misses because she's very worked up. And she just kind of sighs frustratingly and looks at Finn and goes, "You can still come home."
You're going to persuasion at disadvantage, please. Oh. No, that doesn't do anything. Sorry, I realised I had music in the background. I was like, what am I dancing to right now? Oh, there's a bit of music in the background. I'll mute that out later. Anyway, so next up is going to be Finn. And Finn is going to... First off, he's got his claw out. So he's going to use his claw on Willow. It's going to be a 29 to hit.
That's a wisdom save,
I
yeah?
have sanctuary. Yeah, so wisdom save.
I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay. What does that do?
And I'm going to use it enhanced, so I take a little bit of damage.
Okay.
I take 4.
Okay.
And I get to take a D off of all of his attacks this turn. So starting with that one.
Okay, so you get to take a D of damage from the attacks, right?
No. Off the to hit roll.
Oh, okay. So, oh my god.
So that's actually a 13.
No, he has advantage on his first roll attack, so it's 21.
Shield.
There you go. So, shield.
The amount
I
of
didn't get it with
abilities
that,
that
but
went
with
through in that one attack.
Not getting hit.
The claw begins to squeeze around you, and you manage to blast the shield around where the claw is, and it doesn't manage to pierce around. He looks around at you, Luca, who's starting to get closer, and you notice that the back of his leggings begin to rip open, and a tail pulls out, this pincer scorpion tail that flicks towards you. Can you make me... Oh, never mind. Not one.
It's a plus 14.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I fucking not one. Okay. You know, it just came out of the leg pants, so it needs a second to get.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we've all had these problems before.
I get it.
When your tail gets out. He's trouble performing, I think. But that's his turn. Except
Is that
Willa,
the
you
end
have
of
to
his turn?
make Constitution saving throw.
Oh, all right.
You don't take any damage as noxious fumes begin to pull off from the furs. And you feel like if you had failed that con save, you might have taken some damage and maybe been poisoned, maybe. But
At the end of his turn, Willa's Twilight Sanctuary is going to end the frightened condition. So I'm gonna play it out, like flavor it that Willa is just like he feels the sensation of her sanctuary over him, and
Right.
it just feels like home and the firmly planted tavern and all the things that he's been missing out here. As she's still trying to reach out to him.
okay, you don't have disadvantage on your next persuasion roll.
Nice.
Next up is Luca.
Well, Luca's not trying to persuade anyone. Luca's gonna go with the rapier. As I go forward, I'm gonna put my Rite of Flame on it,
Okay.
taking 5 as I do. And then I'm gonna hit him twice with the rapier.
Okay.
Where is it? Ah, there we go. Good start.
1
Fair.
for 1, that's fair. Yeah, that hits.
Great. I need to switch over my right here.
But by how much?
Okay, so 10, so 6 fire, 4 necrotic, and 7 piercing damage.
Okay, so you stab into the furry part of Finn, and the fur around begins to kind of crumple with black, soot. But it doesn't seem to burn as much away as you would expect. The necrotic damage still hurts though.
How many resistances does this guy have?
So many. But you've left a bloody gouge through the fur, and the fur seems to not be pulling over as much as it was last time. But can you also make a con save, please?
Right.
That's
15.
enough.
Right.
You see some noxious fumes coming out of the fur again after you hit them, but you manage to resist.
They can hurt me now because I'm not full of drugs.
Oh no! What a fight to not be full of drugs. Is that your turn?
Damn character development. Yes.
Willa, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to try and intervene divinely.
Oh my god, okay.
I'm gonna try and do the thing. I'm gonna try and do what like I did with Tyvane, where I'm just gonna like blast him full of hope and happiness and love, and he's gonna stop being a. No, I'm not. I'm
No.
gonna try it though.
No, you like put your hands on his temple and begin being like channeling all your loving vibes. Doesn't seem to be working very much.
All right. And then I'm just gonna like hold his head, I guess, if I'm close enough to do that, and just be like, Finn, you don't have to be afraid. We want to help you. We want you to come home. Cassia wants you home.
Persuasion check, please.
Come on, Willa. 19.
Yeah, that's still not enough.
What?
19 is absolutely, definitely still not enough. He's all ripped apart and angry, and it does seem to soothe him for a second. But the hand just tightens around you further.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your turn?
Okie doke. Yes.
Okay. Asterisk, please.
I am gonna continue to hit specifically the fur, since I saw it sort of fall away with my attacks and such. So I think that's probably my best bet.
Okay.
I'm gonna guiding bolt again. I'm gonna use my last 4th level. God damn it!
That does not hit.
Does not work. Ugh, it's fine. Starry form time.
That does.
29.
That does hit. Yeah.
I wish I could have got that. 19 radiant.
Still a lot of damage. That seems to really hurt, and more of the fur falls away. Luca kind of sidesteps it as it falls on the ground and leaves these black patches on the ground of fur. Do you sidestep it, Luca, or do you just want to take all the fur on your body?
I'd personally not like to touch it if it kills grass in contact.
That's fair. I was assuming for you, but I thought I should ask.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, you sidestep it and it hits the grass and begins to... And Finn is roaring this guttural roar as this like exposed pinky flesh is underneath and raw. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Cassia.
Alright, I'm gonna come forward a little bit. Because I can't make it the whole way there, but I'll sure as get there sometime. Then I'm gonna take a regular shot with my bow. That hopefully hits. 5.
That does hit. That does indeed hit, yeah.
Awesome! 9. And then I'm also going to say, please, we don't want to hurt you. We just want you, we can fix this. Done more before, we can fix this and you can come home. No one will judge you.
You have advantage on this persuasion check. For a brief second, you see Finn look at the arrow, and one of his eyes turns green as his other non-demon hand pulls the arrow out of his flesh. He goes, I thought you were a bad shot. And then it goes red again, and he continues to fight.
I was gonna wait till after to see if the plea worked. I think you get sneak attack.
He does, yeah, there's sneak attack there, yeah.
Oh
I was gonna
boy.
make him take sneak attack damage even if
Yeah,
it
I didn't want
worked.
to add it in case it worked. But...
Yeah, accidentally kill him.
I do have allies. What is that now? 6? Damn. Slash R, right?
Yeah. Finn/R? Who's R? That's another 16 damage on Finn out of a possible 36. You know, for the start of chapter 2, we're not rolling all too well, guys.
Never roll well. Leave me alone.
You can see that the part that you pierced on the human side of his body, oh well, no, it'll be here in the fur. It's like, as he pulls it out, it begins growing an eye in the shoulder.
Like that. That's it for me.
Okay, it was Finn's turn. Finn's eye stares straight at you, Cassia. Can you make me a wisdom save?
Sure thing, pal. Have advantage, because yikes.
You're fine. You're fine. It's a very pretty eye, though. It's like this weird deep red, kind of like a ruby. And when you look into it, you feel like you can see your own future. And then you manage to yank your eyes away.
Yeah, it was prettier when it was green.
That's
Right,
fair.
pal.
Finn's gonna fire his... He's gonna drop Willa. He's sick of this. He's just gonna drop Willa. And then he's gonna claw at Luca. Oh, can you both make me a con save as well? Look, does a 21 hit you? You as well, because you're next to him. The people who are next to him have to make con saves.
Oh.
Ah, you're both fine. Does a 21 hit?
It does.
Okay. That's gonna be 20 slashing and 7 fire damage.
Oh.
And then he's gonna hit you with his tail too, because why not? It's a 26. Does 26 hit?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be 17 piercing and 17 poison. And can you make me a con save?
Ow.
That's fine. You're not paralyzed. You're all right.
Well, good. That's it, 34? Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Remember when you used to be immune to poison?
Those were good times, but also it was not good for his mental health. The mental health's important, guys. So is your physical health and not being poisoned to death in battle, but also you shouldn't be addicted to performance-enhancing drugs. A PSA from Luca.
As you're dropped to the floor, you are prone at the moment. He kind of looks down and he goes, Finn isn't here right now. Can I take a message?
Can I respond?
You know what? Fine. Yeah. Give me a short response.
I know Finn's still in there.
I was hoping for screams. Next up is Luca.
Great.
I do the same thing with my Twilight Sanctuary, where I just further the... There's like the smell of blackberry bread wafted in the air.
Lovely.
Okay, if I have to melee tank, I'm gonna slide away the Vorpal gun and then use my bonus action to shift out the shield.
Sure.
And then as my action, keep stabbing. Eventually it has to work, right?
It does hit.
That is 11 piercing, 2 fire, and 1 necrotic.
Well, it's actually only 1 fire, as you see the blade slashes across Well, actually, it's a rapier. Stabs in between the ribs, and when you pull it out, there's this like black, oily substance on the blade, where in place of blood, and the fur around has started to drip off onto the ground again. But where you are piercing into the skin, organs are growing. You can see here that fingers are growing out of the wound and grasping onto the skin of Finn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Can you make me a
Good.
con save, please?
Great. 4 con saves.
Ah, that's a fail.
There you go, Vinny. I failed my 4th con save. Are you happy?
Yes, I am. Thank you. You take 6 poison damage.
Oh.
And you feel yourself being flooded with these noxious fumes. Your next con save is at disadvantage. And if you fail the next one, you will be poisoned.
That sucks.
It does. It does suck.
However, I have another attack, so I'm going to try and stab him again.
That does hit.
14 more piercing. I guess 1 fire and 6 necrotic.
Okay. You slash off the fingers that have just grown, and they fall onto the ground and begin like crawling like little worms. And underneath you can see the beating heart of Finn that's closed up quickly with fur. Looked like that really hurt. Can you make me another con save at disadvantage, please?
Every time I hit melee, huh?
Yeah, every
That's
time
what
you
I
hit
get.
me.
This is what I get for going to help Willa. That's in that one.
Yeah, so this time you're going to take 4d6 poison damage, 17 poison damage, and you are poisoned.
Good. Mm-hmm.
You get 14 temporary hit points.
Yay!
How you doing there, Luca?
Not good.
Okay.
Ah,
Well, you're up.
goodness. How not good are you doing, Luca? Can you go one more round, or do you need me?
Assuming that my blood curse of the eyeless will stop an attack, I think I can go another round.
Okay. Because I've got...
If he rolls really well, I'm
um,
gonna go down easy.
Okay. I can get you back up.
If he crits with the claw,
will
it's
it-
3 times the damage, not 2 times, just by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah.
Willa's going to... I can reach out and touch him still, right?
Yeah. You're on the ground, though. You'll have to stand up.
Okay, well, I will stand up. And then I'm gonna reach out and touch him, and I'm going to cast Dispel Evil and Good, Break Enchantment.
Okay. Could you
Which I can
print out
find
the
it on
spell for us here, so we all may partake in its
Yes.
wonder?
Yes. I gotta copy and paste it for y'all.
Oh shit. I have like a bunch of concentration checks to make.
Um.
Okay, I passed all of them. That's
Okay,
fine.
solid. Shimmering energy protects you from fey undead and creatures originating from beyond the material plane. Okay. You have disadvantage against attack rolls and break enchantment. Oh.
Yes. No.
Oh.
Get out.
Okay. Finn's no longer possessed.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can I like
yeah. Go
reach-
ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Willa like reaches out, and sort of looks up and goes, whatever you are, fear or evil, you have no place in Finn's heart. And she like pushes the energy inside of him out of the body, like the astral, kind of like in Avatar when like you get astral projected out.
That was literally how I was going to describe it. Let me jump in now. So,
Yes.
you know, like Doctor Strange when you get astral projected, exactly like that. So, you place your palm on his chest and push, and Finn comes out the back end of his body, completely. The Finn that you have seen before with his brown hair and his green eyes collapses to the ground and turns and begins crawling away. And what is standing in his place is this horrible amalgamation of fur and flesh and bone. That body was getting weak anyway. Is that your turn?
Yes. Now we can kill it.
So this standing still in the shape of Finn with one long horn, but now it's constantly shifting and morphing, and the writhing mass of flesh is still going to use Finn's art here because I don't have art for Demon Boy, who maybe you'll learn the name of if you decide to. Let's go, I guess. Asterisk, you're up.
I'm so excited about this. If I may, would you please make me a Constitution saving throw as I cast Sunbeam? I'm gonna move right over
He does have
here.
a +12, so.
Shoot, that's okay, because he's still gonna take half of it. So.
Oh, yeah, this radiant light covers him, and the organs that have been growing stop growing, and all like shut down and close, and he crumples a little. Still up though.
That's too bad, because I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action story form again.
Fair.
Oh.
Oh. Oop.
Oops.
Go ahead.
Pew pew.
Nice,
Pew pew.
24 radiant damage as you
Oops.
blast a hole in the shoulder of this beast, and you can see it starting to string back together, but very, very slowly. I meant to take this plane by force. Cassia, you're up.
Alright, first things first. I don't think the Twitch is, like, updating Roll20 wise. Like, our faces are still moving, but nothing else is.
Thank you.
Huh.
Ta-da.
There we go. Okay. I wanted everyone to see the beautiful art. Next, Cassia, seeing that her pal just got spit out the ass end of this thing, is going to steady aim shot at this fucker, so she can maybe hit it. One.
That does hit.
Awesome. And y'all are still really close to it,
That
so
is
of
still sneak
course.
attack, yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Two, so 32 total, and she's going to call out to Finn and say, "Get the fuck out of the cave!
It's like
Out of the cave!"
this like naked Kit Finn is like crawling desperately towards you. Yeah, the arrow hits what you assume is the head of this creature, but it's constantly morphing and changing, and basically explodes it outwards. And new heads are growing, but slowly. It's certainly looking like it's getting severely weakened from this onslaught. Says,
For me.
not without a fight. And the mass pulls into the ground and slips by you. Oh. Can I have the drawing as well, please? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. There we go. Hello. Come with me. Aye. Ta-da! Which is just a flavored teleport, so it does, you can't get an opportunity attack from it. And then he's going to attack you from behind with the tail looker.
Right.
It's a 22.
Blood Curse of the Eyeless. I've got one left.
Okay.
Where's my... Okay. Big roll. 18, it misses.
Okay. And then he's gonna claw at Cassia. 29. One off a
What's
crit.
Cassia's AC?
Considering that he would literally need to roll a 2 to hit me, hits.
That's fair. You've got 16 AC
Yeah.
then?
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep,
Alright.
Blood Curse can't do anything.
Yeah.
he's squishy.
That is 20 slashing and 6 fire.
3 fire.
Yes, 3 fire.
I'm a tiefling.
Yes. But now he's in this form. No, he can't use that until the start of the turn. Okay, cool. Next up is Luca.
Because I keep forgetting this, he takes 3 psychic damage because he's branded, and he hit one of my allies.
There's screaming going on in his head, but you know he's used to that. It does hurt, but he's used to that.
Can I hellish
Um,
rebuke?
You can.
Awesome. What's my plus to that?
It's a deck save, right?
Ah. It's really easy to fast. Fuck. Nope. Nothing. Yay.
Rip. I actually only had a +2.
IP.
That's just really unlucky.
It says 12 DC on here. It's very easy. It's definitely higher than that, but
We'll figure
Is
it
it
out.
just nothing on a feel or half
nothing.
for Hellish Rebuke?
Rough.
Unfortunately.
Oh, you should
Hasn't
have
worked
had.
yet, but
You should have
we'll
had
get there at some point.
advantage on that. He's got advantage on saving throws against spells. Anyway, start of the turn. Right before Luca, can everyone make a Constitution save? Okay, that's a fail from Monty and Hillary, Cassie and Astros. Sorry, Willa and Astros. So you guys are going to take 2d6 poison damage. That's
Come on,
11
temp
poison
HP.
damage. And you have disadvantage on your next Constitution save. Look at now you can go. I'm very sorry. Did I lose all of Discord there for a second? Oh, I think I did lose all of Discord for more than a second. Hold on, guys. Everybody stick with us. We're having some technical difficulties. I'm back, baby.
And he's
Oh,
dead.
I'm back. Sorry, the whole stream, just the whole thing just stopped for a second, so I jumped out and then jumped back in. Okay, there you go.
Yes. I think it's completely immune to lightning, but technically it's still on the gun, so I'll take my 2 shots.
No.
Classic Luca. Yep, so neither of those are gonna hit him. I used the bonus to get rid of the shield. I don't think I should move, because he's clearly got some level of reach. I guess that's me.
Cool.
Did I get a save against the poison, or is that just a for a duration?
Yeah,
thing?
you get saves. It's a Constitution save. That does not pass the save though. Also, because he's now no longer Finn, he has legendary actions now.
Oh.
He's going to take a legendary action to use a tail attack on Luca.
Right.
That doesn't hit.
That misses, yes.
Yeah. But that's his legendary action. So next up is Willa.
Alright, Willa is going to come up behind Luca and cast level Cure Wounds with her crown. So that's a straight I think I can. Right. Cure wounds. 5d8. 5 times 8 is 40. So plus the 5. So 45, right?
Oof.
Just 45
Just
straight
45
hit points.
straight healing, yep.
And then yeah, she's gonna Steps of Night. I don't know. I still need to be by Luca so I can unpoison him. Yeah, I'm just gonna hide behind Luca.
Lovely. Well, then he's going to use his legendary action here to hit you with his tail.
It's 15-foot reach.
No, he has 30-foot reach.
What?
How long is his tail?
It extends in segments.
What
I haven't
doesn't
had a
it?
reason to talk about it yet, but it extends out in segments.
Oh my god.
It's really cool. I love this guy so much. But does a 16 hit?
No, I imagine that Luca and I are. You know that game you play where there's like the string and you like jump over it? We're like jumping over the tail. As it's like sweeping around.
He's not even looking though. He's just like pew 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 with the tail, and you guys are just like whoa whoa. He's being too cocky. He'll turn around next time.
Alright, fun.
Astrid, you're up.
That's me.
This is absolutely a nightmare that he has a 30-foot range. Okay, yeah, time to
Get me out of here.
Full 30 feet movement first, and then Sunbeam's concentration, it only takes an action to redo that beam, so I'm again gonna hit him with Sunbeam, so make me another con save. But is he an ooze or undead?
No.
Okay, well then he's fine. Okay, well he makes it, but he's still gonna have to take the damage, half of it.
Ow. So it's actually just full for him. Because he's weak to radiant damage, so he just takes 37 damage. Ow.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bonus action Starry Form Archer.
Great.
That didn't hit.
No, that
but,
doesn't hit.
You know,
like you guys around him like have to take like a little like look away as the full power of the fucking sun hits him, and burns away most of the fur that's covering his body and lets out this wild scream, and the tail goes up into the air. I'll describe it now because I don't know if I'm going to get the choice because you guys are destroying him, and begins to kind of segment out, snapping out longer and longer and longer, and the end snaps out into a long barbed dagger. So, next up is Cassia, but before that, he's going to use his last legendary action, because you guys might kill him. I need to get some pot shots out of you guys. But I don't know who to target. So I'm going to go ahead and claw Cassia. Make one claw attack at advantage.
Oh.
That's 3 times the damage with the claw. Oh, is that right? No, there's another 6d. Yeah, there's another 3d8 in there and another d8. Hold on.
Don't worry, guys. I have advantage on death saving throws.
And only another 16 damage there. So he rolled absolutely terribly on that crit, but altogether it's 32, 43, 49, 53 damage. How you looking?
I'm good. I'm still standing. Right.
I'm glad I got to do
Valley
that.
down.
I'm glad I got to use that
Right.
claw ability at least once before my poor monster dies. Next up is Cassia.
Shooting very bad. Actually, I'm gonna use my rapier. Because that does more damage. No, it doesn't, because it doesn't hit.
No.
You can steady aim with a melee attack.
You can actually.
I can?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing
Oh, that's
says you can't.
beautiful.
No.
Please,
That
thank
hits.
God.
And because you had advantage on the attack, it's sneak attack.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hurting me in my. Is that the third 16 I've rolled with sneak attack?
I think so.
What the fuck?
You stab into where you think the heart of the beast should be, and when you pull out the blade, there's like a ripping sound as you pull the heart impaled on your blade out, and it's still beating on your blade. Yeah. I thought I needed that. The fight continues.
Mother!
And next up is Not Finn.
It's never good when the enemy says, "Even I don't know how I'm alive."
Not Finn is going to claw Cassia. Oh, but it's his turn. It's the start of his turn, and Cassia's the only within 5 feet. Yeah. So Cassia, can you make me a con save first?
Can I suggest that we call Not Finn Gil? Sort of like a Finn and a Gil, sort of a fun.
Sure. I like that suggestion. So you're gonna take. Oh wait, did you get hit by? No, you didn't. Okay, so you're not gonna be poisoned, but you are gonna take 5 poison damage, and your next Constitution save is at disadvantage. He's gonna hit you with the tail first. It's a 33. Does a 33 hit?
Actually, just misses.
Oh, shame. No, that's 15 piercing and 12 poison. You gotta make a con save at disadvantage.
Hold on. I have to do math.
27.
Okay.
Add a con save at disadvantage, please.
Thanks for that temp HP. Fucking A.
You're paralyzed.
Oh.
You don't really pose a threat anymore, so he's gonna walk over here. Wait, no. I need to take the rest of the drawing with me. Hold on. No. God, no. This isn't going well. Oh, God. Why is this so difficult? Here we go. Oh, I lost an eyebrow. Wait. Great. Now he's gonna claw at Luca.
Right.
It's a 32.
Mm-hmm.
That's 20 slashing and 2 fire.
Oh.
And start of the round, can everybody make me another con save, please?
Am I still at disadvantage?
No. It's just your very next one.
Right.
Why'd I bother making my con so good?
Oh, cool. Second round, everybody takes 46 poison damage, which is 14 poison damage. Raise your hand if you're still alive. All good.
All good.
You all have disadvantage on your next Constitution save. Except you, Willa. You're just poisoned. Cool. So, next up is Luca.
Okay. Well, oh, he took 3 psychic damage in case it matters when he hit me.
It does a little.
I guess I might as well. I'm gonna use Booming Blade on my sword attack. Hey! Plus the initial damage of 9. So, wait, so ignore that 4. So it's, I need to, like, take away the lightning, so I should just he's immune to lightning, right?
Yeah, she's completely immune to lightning.
I will untag lightning just so it's not getting in the way.
Okay.
So that's actually 6 necrotic.
Okay.
And 11 piercing on the first one.
Okay, that's 17.
Yep, and then the second bit, there doesn't matter, but it's 9 thunder.
bits of his body are being blasted away by these attacks, and the congealed masses of flesh are hitting the ground and beginning to crawl away, forming like little tiny blobs that grow legs and begin to run into the brambles.
Ew.
He definitely looks like he's dying, but he's sending out little seedlings to get away. Next up.
Right. Actually, when I use a cantrip as my action, I can take an attack as a bonus action, so I still get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna miss. I didn't! Amazing!
He didn't miss.
It was even good damage. That's 14 piercing and 5 more necrotic.
More babies begin to fall off and run off into the woods, ready to start their new lives away from Gil. Like, as you're kind of stepping and dodging and stabbing, you accidentally step on one. Actually, can you make a dex save?
Sure. 40.
You don't step on one.
I do need to roll against poison, which is at disadvantage because I got poisoned at the start of this round there. 19?
Oh, 19 passes.
Damn!
Yeah, so you're no longer
Huzzah.
poisoned. Oh, hey,
Great.
Hey.
No more disadvantage.
Not bad, hey. Okay, after you, it's Willow.
Alright, if I run, like, straight this way, is he still gonna be able to get me?
He can opportunity attack anywhere in 30 feet with his tail.
Alright, in that case, I'm just gonna try and run straight across and get up next to Cass.
Okay.
Over here.
Yeah, he's gonna use his tail on you.
Alright.
It's 21.
I'm gonna throw up a shield
Okay.
as I'm running.
It's fine.
Well,
It stabs
Okay,
into the shield, and you can see when it hits the shield, it begins to leak this awful purple poison that hits the ground and scorches the ground around.
Ew, gross.
That's
Okay,
pretty gross.
cool. And then up next to Cass, I'm gonna do 6th level Cure Wounds with the other charge of my crown. So that's 50 straight hit points of healing.
It is indeed.
Um,
Yeah. It's a lot of hit points.
Thank you.
You're
Actually,
welcome.
The crown dims, and a small crack appears in the sapphire. On its on one of the
Oh.
sapphires on the crown.
Huh. Okay, and then yeah, I think that's it for me. Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna use one of his legendary actions here. To claw at Luca. At advantage. 31?
Yep.
17 and 3.
Ow.
The claw is hanging on by a tendon of this weird unknown flesh. And as it rips into you, you notice it's lacking a lot of the power that it had before, as it's just kind of flailing in the air. Still hurts though. Asterisk, you're up.
So how many of those little things ran into the woods?
I don't know, like 5 or 6.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to conjure woodland beings, get 8 blink dogs, and I'm going to say sick 'em, and I'm going to send them out after me to each get one, hunt one down, shoot toy. It's fine if they die, they just get blinked back to their plane, right?
Yeah.
So that is my action. And then, bonus action, I'm just going to go ahead and starry form again while I can. I assume that hits.
29 does hit, yes.
Yeah, 10 radiant. I assume the blink dogs, I forget what their average is. I assume it's enough to just sort of nip them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have them run off into the woods and just, like, play fetch with these little blobs.
If they see any run past them, it is their job to just...
Yeah, they're setting up, like, a border wall
Good.
You know,
Yes.
and Gil is gonna pay for it
Hmm.
anyway with blood. Cassie. Oh wait, no. Is that your turn? I would assume so.
If it matters, free extra psychic damage when Gil hit me there.
Ow. No, but no, he's not dead. But it does hurt. He's gonna use another legendary action. He's just gonna claw at you again. Look at it.
That hits.
It's 26 slashing and 4 fire.
Oh, thanks to Willa, I'm still up.
And next up is Cassia's turn, who's
He
currently
takes 3 more psychic damage.
Oh, actually, that does kind of matter. He's still alive. Cassia, you're currently paralyzed.
That sucks.
So,
Yep.
can you make me a con save?
Ignore me, I'm doing concentration.
You're still paralyzed.
Hmm.
So you're just lying there. You're healed though. You're feeling pretty good, but you're just lying
Yeah,
there.
really.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You got her now. Fine.
So, last attack here of the legendary variety is going to be a tail whip at Willa. It's an 18 against Willa.
Doesn't hit. I'm a good at this tail jump game.
You really are.
Mm-hmm.
But that means that it's his turn. Start of his turn, Luca, can you make me a constitution save?
Sure.
That's a fail.
Come on, after all those good concentration checks, really roll 20.
That's 4 poison
Ow.
damage, and you have disadvantage on your next constitution check.
Right.
He's gonna claw you. It's a 23.
That sure hits.
That's 16 slashing and 3 fire.
Free psychic damage, and then I fall down.
Oh,
And as he begins to walk towards you guys over here, he's just gonna lash out his tail behind him.
And as he moves, he takes 13 thunder damage from my booming blade.
Oh, what an asshole! Why can't I get this? Give me the horn. There we go. Just for that, he's gonna flick back with his tail straight into Luca.
Can't believe you told us this guy was almost
No!
dead. We done like 40 more damage to him, you big liar.
He had like he has like 260 HP. What do you want from me?
He's almost dead, but also it's gonna take you more than another round to kill him.
no!
It's not a crit anyway if you're down.
Yeah, I know. But still, I wasted that crit. That's such a shame. Anyway, let's just see how much damage.
Ouch, owie, my bones.
Yeah, that's
The
20.
paralysis could matter if I get back up this round.
That's true. Oh my
Nah,
god, there's the nat 20. Shame you didn't get that.
I
on
wanted
deck.
that on the death save!
Next up is Luca's turn. Can I get the death save here, Luca?
Is he finally gonna get the death? Is it gonna be...
You will if you don't get up
No.
this turn, because I'm gonna legendary action stab you.
Oh, so Luca's just dead, because I'm not gonna roll that 20 here.
Yes, you
Nah,
can. Oh,
Rip. Dead anyway,
did
in
you
fact.
roll a nat one?
No.
Go to the
Well,
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Luca is dead.
Welcome
Okay.
to the Dead Club.
Yeah.
Yay. Took long enough.
Rip Luca. As he has this large barbed scar. Well, he will when he gets back up. He's got this large barbed and pale mark on his chest, and he's gurgling kind of poisony blood up as he
Free
dies.
psychic damage from when he stabbed me.
That's so fucking anticlimactic.
No, it's not. He killed me.
Oh, he's fucking dead though.
Yeah, get fucked. So as Finn's tail whips out and stabs Luca in the chest, instead of trying to stem his own bleeding, Luca grabs hold of the tail and starts draining all of the energy from him that he can.
And as not Finn is or Gil, sorry, is pushing towards Willa with this murderous intent. The energy drain goes up the body, and the blobs of flesh begin to blacken and grey and fall to the ground. And all that's left is this black segmented tail on the ground. And all the blank dogs come back with little pieces of him as well.
I give them a pat for a job well done.
Oh yeah, don't worry about me.
Running over.
Someone should probably revivify him.
I'm running over. I'm whipping out the diamond. Willow like sets it right on his chest. And casts her. I'm trying to roleplay this deep scene.
Don't look at me, I'm dead. Look, I don't die a lot in D&D.
She said,
Speak
but
for
I'm running out
yourself.
of time. You're gonna be dead for sure.
Oh my
soon."
gosh.
She crushes the diamond onto his chest, and sort of like butterflies start to come and congregate of light around him, and set upon his body as Willow reaches out to him, just sort of hanging onto his chest, and just goes, "Good, it's not time for any of you to go to the stars yet."
Luca, before you get to revivify, you have a scene coming up.
Oh good.
You feel the sharp barb in your chest and grab a hold of the tail, knowing that this is your last burst of energy, and hoping that this is enough to save your friends as you feel yourself, your light dimming. You awake in a library. There's a masked and black hooded man standing across from you. You're sitting at this desk with these large dusty tomes in front of you, and when you look down you realise that some of them are stories that you read when you were younger, but laden in leather that seems ancient. I've been waiting for you, Luca.
Would I know who you are?
Think of me as a story. Like you will be one day. He walks up to one of the bookcases and he pulls out a book and throws it onto the table, where it lands and all the dust comes off the table and onto it. And on it says The Life of Luca Ramonti.
Listen. This is all very dramatic, but if a war to go and fight, I don't have time for trippy visions.
The future is unwritten, and this is not a vision, Luca. We could use scholars like you here.
Where is here?
Somewhere even the gods can't reach. You could be done with all of that, Luca. Books. A new adventure. Not a war and capitalism. Something bigger.
I wanted to stay in a library and read books. I never would have learned how to make myself walk again. Dust and ink, it's not my home anymore. I have a home. and I need to defend it. Send me back. I know Will is asking.
You can feel the light buzzing in your feet, willing you back. If that is your choice, that is your choice. Tell her I was asking after her, would you?
Who should I say is calling?
An old friend. And then you wake in your body.
Fuck! It hurts
Okay.
really bad.
Why did
Like
you,
I knew it
you do
would,
so
but
much to...
I'm good. I'm good. Well, I'm not good, but did we deal with the thing that came out of Finn?
died right after you grabbed it. Are you all right? I'm gonna cast we'll do a good old second level cure wounds. Um, what? It took you so much longer to come back when I brought the others. I didn't think you were going to.
Someone felt the need to talk to me.
Were you in the stars?
No. No stars. Just books. They said they were an old friend of yours.
Did they... I mean, what did they look like?
I couldn't tell. Look, he's gonna open his shirt and look at where he got stabbed.
There's like a kind of black tinged at the moment scar across where your pelvis is. Is that no? That's the wrong word. That's the wrong word.
That's very low.
Complete wrong word. Sorry, I was thinking of the sternum.
Sternum.
Yeah, sternum. Yeah, thanks. Right where your sternum is.
Gnarly. One more scar. Where's Finn?
I'm not sure. Cassia? Asterisk?
Finn is leaning back against the cave entrance.
He's
kind
getting
of,
licked by dogs.
yeah, and hyperventilating as he's getting licked by blink dogs.
He's still naked.
Yeah, but the blink dogs are covering his modesty.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take off my cloak and throw it to him.
It just kind of covers him from like the chest down. That thing was inside me for so long. I'm sorry.
Come on, get up. I'll help him up.
He like ties the cloak around his waist like a towel. Yeah, he can't even meet your eyes. I don't know if I can come home.
I can. I'll vouch for you. I'll vouch for you. I know that Garia was mainly behind it and manipulated, and I will help you explain that. But right now, there are bigger things that we need to deal with.
Yeah, I shouldn't have brought him here. I'm sorry. We could always just release him, I guess.
We'll see. Luca's gonna painfully kind of lean on the wall, move over to where the Digltech guy is.
Genathan's managed to like slink himself onto the side and is like worm crawling his way to the back of the cave.
Gonna put a foot on the like ropes around his feet.
Dang, foiled.
I think you got foiled before I got here.
That is a matter of opinion.
I don't know.
Like,
Talks to the Vorpal gun and leans over, pointing at his head. Tell me something interesting.
I was just waiting for the right moment to make my escape, and he like tries to pounce, and just the ropes just fall short, and he hits the ground. And goes, perhaps this is not.
Lucas
the moment.
just kind of like looks at where he's pointing the gun and kind of lowers it and goes, I don't think it's even necessary. Like I said, tell me something interesting.
What do you want? Money? If you've got plenty of money, I can give you plenty of
I
money.
don't care about money.
Oh no.
You were sent here to invade the homeland of my friend, the land that I swore I would protect.
Are you fucking kidding? I was kidnapped from my home. Finn's just like kind of looking shiftily.
You brought a guy all the way across the sea.
Well, I thought it was a good idea to make up with Cassia.
You were on a boat with this guy for weeks.
He was actually a very good conversation.
Puts the gun away.
Bringing some Ruby City idiot. You know what? Again, we have bigger things to deal with.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought this was the big thing we had to deal with.
There's a war between Ruby City and Wingernad. It's about to happen.
Oh, I did hear mutterings about that when I was in the Ruby City.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose demon form Finn would have been more useful for that.
No, I don't think so, considering he would probably join the other side for at least a little bit, and it's not good. So
Okay, good point. Good point. So what do we do with that guy?
I still have questions. Hey, Mr. Diddletech.
That's
What's
Mr.
going on in the Ruby City right now?
That is Mr. Diddle to you, actually. The tech is just part of the. My last name is Diddle, not Diddle Tech. We do tech.
I don't think
You brought a
have much
Diddle with you.
room.
Look, if you keep messing up our name, then we will lose our copyright. You understand? We need to keep the trademark.
Which Diddle are you?
I'm like 7th twice removed. It's. I'm just part of the family tree. I'm not.
Why do we keep finding Diddles? What's your name?
My name is Gregor.
Okay, Gregor. You're really far from home.
I have been to Wingernad before.
Well, welcome back. It's not the best time to visit.
No, the theater was very nice last time I was here. Do you guys still do shows?
Luca's kind of scanning backwards. Is this when the guys in the theater fight, or does he mean before?
No, just before that. He was just chilling.
Okay. Not at the moment. We are sort of occupied.
That's a shame.
Ah,
I really like the theater.
right. Well,
So, a Ruby City man like you, what are you doing? Oh, never mind. I just recognized you. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this is not going to go well for me, is it?
The good news is, we don't really do the killing people at our mercy thing. So, we have a very nice cell back at home that will do you very kindly, I imagine.
There's not even going to be a ransom for me. I'm like the bottom of the bucket in terms of titles.
I told you, and I grabbed the ropes around him. I don't care about money. And then I lift him up and start dragging him out the cave.
I will wait for my time to attack. He
Does
says,
he shimmy?
"Oh, wow." Does he like shimmy a
Okay.
little?
You're still hurt. Let Cassia drag him.
It's fine. It's fine. It's good. You've got to exercise the wound.
Um, e- Excuse me.
No, that is.
Luca. Could I do something first?
Who's saying this?
Finn.
Ben? Uh, depends.
He just reaches over at the body of the dino you're carrying and just pulls off his trousers. It's like, I could use these, I think.
Fair. Fair.
Puts it on, buckles them. There we go.
Elle, I am the strongest member of the party. Do not disrespect me.
You're also just died.
Go on.
Listen. Look up from experience. You should probably take a break. Trust me, no one's gonna judge you for it. So
I can
I'll
have-
handle.
I could have the dogs pull it.
Hush.
I am actually deadly allergic to dogs. Please do not.
Oh, that's
no,
a
they're pulling
shame.
on the ropes already. Oh no.
He's, like
We're
furiously
not-
sneezing the entire time.
As someone who in real life really badly suffers from allergies, we're not torturers. I'm gonna get him away from the dogs. Fine, we can rest a bit before we drag him home.
I know how to make a fire.
So do I. I click my fingers and create bonfire. I use some of the blood that's dripping off my arm and throw it, and it catches a light.
Nice.
I'm sure yours would have been good too, and I collapse.
Oh my god.
The dino's like managed to sit up and he's just sitting by the fire, just staring into it like, I will have my revenge.
Okay, buddy.
Finn is also sitting by the fire, but look kind of haunted.
Canonically, while I go to the bathroom, Luca is passed out.
It's fair.
Okay.
And now we start the roleplay heavy part of the campaign.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
You know, apart from the war.
Mm-hmm.
No. That part. Cass will sit next to Finn, kind of just wordlessly, and will also look into the fire, but clean herself up a little bit. You hurt?
Only mentally. And you said Koru's still alive?
Yeah, surprisingly. He's an idiot, but he's still a valley. Can't quite kick us down.
No, I guess not. And I'm kind of scared to go back and face him, to be honest.
He was the one that told me not to be mad at you.
That's strange, considering I stab him.
Yeah. I honestly thought some of his last words were going to be, "Don't be mad at him." But thankfully they weren't, and I'm sure he still feels that way.
Good. And the inn, fully
It's-
burned down or just kind of burned down?
Pretty burned down.
Yeah, Griaria said that might be the case. I didn't actually set the fire, you know.
And we figured you didn't, but this will definitely take some time for people to trust you again. But it will.
I think that's fair. I'm sorry, Cassia.
You know.
You should say
Glad you're okay.
you should-
Yeah, probably.
You've been through a lot.
Understatement. But yeah. This is actually probably one of the least scathed I've come out in a while. I mean, there was the Beholder, but yeah.
Yeah. You get some new scars, clearly.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more to it, but yeah. Let's get some rest.
And thank you for killing Cafaria.
You should thank Luca. He got that one for you. He wakes up at least.
Hopefully he does.
Yeah. Can't really kill us. It's fine.
Sure. You get some rest.
You too.
He just continues staring into the fire.
Willa is like everyone is passing from the at a point where they're grass. And then just sort of come up next to Astris and in a very familiar way like sit next to her and just like lean herself onto her shoulder and let out a really deep sigh. Astris, can I ask you something?
Of course.
If... Well, I mean, I've watched... With Luca, I've watched all of you die now. And I know the last time I called for you, you came right back, but... If you went down again... You'll always come back, right?
I don't know. I had a memory last time I went down, but I didn't see an afterlife or something calling out for me. So, yes, I would have nothing pulling me away from you, I assume, but sometimes the unknown and the possibility of just nothingness happen. But of course, I will return to you if I can.
I just know you were alone for all that time by yourself, and I know we all will have to go eventually, and I don't want you to be there alone first. I want to make sure there's people there for you. That you're not just in some deep, dark, scary place with scattered memories.
I hope that too.
Willa just takes her hand in hers and is like, we'll stick together then.
Deal.
You all get to long rest.
Heck yeah, that's slightly concerning.
I am a little bit nervous about that.
You don't have to long rest if you don't want to. You can just short rest.
No, we should. With our long rest, does a dawn pass?
No.
Okay.
It's now nighttime.
Okay.
You slept through the day.
is everyone feeling better?
How do you feel, Luca?
Uh, about as well as could be expected.
You didn't remember anything else from the place? Only that door. It wasn't like a weird that you went back there.
It was like I was in a library in the future. There were ancient versions of books that were published in my lifetime. And a book about me.
Did you read it?
No. Do you think I should have?
I don't think so. I think I've learned more from living than any book, though. I haven't really read that many now, have I?
I would
We'll
have
get
read
there.
it. I would have read it like this.
Good morning.
Easy. Are you kidding? A full book?
You're very talkative, Gregor.
Well, not much else to do when my hands and feet are bound, eh?
That's fair.
Wouldn't
Sorry.
it be sort of...
Are we not really a talkative group?
Well, we are, it's just you're sort of responsible for a lot of pain and grief
Me? I
on
am
your behalf.
seventh in the family, too detached. I don't even get to come to the family dinners. I am a title in name only.
Yours,
What do you do
Yours-
for work?
I'm a fencing champion. This is what I do.
That's your job?
That's my job. Yes. Well, actually, I don't really need a job because
That's not
I'm
a job.
a multi-millionaire. Like, why would I need a job? I do things as hobbies. For a while I trained horses. It was fun. But now I am I want to say world champion, but to be honest, I paid off most of the referees.
I don't care about that. Name your top 10 horses.
Well, I have a horse that's named Champion. He's great.
Yeah?
He is a beautiful stallion. He is top line breed. I got him from my sister, Marisha, and she has. I am not even kidding. This beautiful white mane, and he wins all of the fashion contests. And he's a fantastic show jumper. But what I like him for is his jousting ability. He's fantastic at the joust. And sometimes when I go to the fairs in Ruby City, I do a bit of jousting. You know, everybody takes a dive for me. It's very nice, and I eat the big leg of the pig. You know, it's great. You have to come to a fair sometime. And then I have another horse. Not so great.
All right. Lucas gonna
Horse
come
was good
over
enough.
and just kind of like pulls out some of these bandages and wraps a gag on Gregor. Like, if you keep talking about how rich you are, I'm going to kill you.
He's still talking through the guy. He's like, and I have another horse named Noir, and like.
Okay.
we should probably head back. Here for the road, and we'll hand everyone their muffin for the day. She gives hers to Finn so that Finn can have one.
Finn does look pretty emaciated. And he smells the muffin, gives a bite, enjoys it, but it seems like he's not eaten anything that wasn't. It looks like he's not eaten anything good in a long time.
No. Poor Finn.
Let's get some breakfast down you before we leave.
Yes, I think I could use normalcy. I can't speak right now. It's been a very stressful couple of weeks.
What is your favorite breakfast?
My mother used to make quiches for breakfast.
quiches. I just made a quiche for my roommates. Can I make my special quiche that I make for all my friends? Because it's my favorite.
Yeah. You guys managed to find some bird eggs nearby, and you can make some quiche.
It's a smoked salmon quiche.
Where the hell did you get smoked salmon?
There's a pond nearby,
And you had the time to smoke
No.
it?
I
I
used
thought we got some in
my
Port Millar. I thought we've had it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I gave you guys like salmon jerky in Port Millard, didn't I? Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah,
That'll
I'll
do.
use that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why have you guys not eaten this yet? That salmon jerky was delicious.
I know. We were saving it for this moment.
Well, that's it. That's it. You get no more salmon jerky. You realize I'm just going along with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Didn't give you guys any salmon jerky, but it seems like something I should have done. So, there you go. Subtract 2 gold from your inventory.
No.
All right.
How old is that frickin' salmon jerky? It's salmon jerky. That's the point of salmon jerky, is that it stays forever. That's the point.
It's only like a month old. Jerky lasts for like a year at least.
It's as old as
Yeah.
Astra's.
There you go. 600?
Yes, okay, can you roll me your cooking utensils for that quiche?
Yeah. Plus 4, so 14.
It's pretty good for being outside and like over a campfire. You've got a very nice set of utensils that you use, and it comes out kind of fluffy, like a souffle, and creamy, like a good quiche should be. It's very nice.
Mm.
It is very nice. My
You're welcome.
my mother used to rear, well, she called them pigs, but I'm pretty sure they were some kind of crossbreed. And they had just the loveliest little bit at the shin that was weirdly fatty, but and she would use that to make the quiches. And whenever I was sick, she would make me a quiche breakfast and give me a hug. I don't feel so well just now, and I wish she was here.
Willa surprise hugs him from behind and just goes, well, now you have your quiche and your hug. And we're all going home.
I think that's too much for Finn, and he just bursts into tears.
Aww. Willa just tightens her arms around him and like, it's like, it's okay.
I guess
It's
that I'm so
alright.
sorry. I'm pretty concerned that everyone can hear the purring because you're right next to the mic and you're purring like a little engine. I'm gonna have to move you. I'm sorry.
Aww.
Very sorry. On you go. So, is it time to make the way back to Wundgrenad?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to Wundgrenad. Sorry. Hold on. You guys didn't take Marshall with you. I'm pretty sure.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Good, because I was like, he wasn't in that fight, and he should have been if he was there. So he is back home, and you guys head back to Wundgrenad. As you head through the gate, you can see that the ships are still on the horizon. It's going to be a couple of days before they show up. People are training, but most notably, you can see that the Eladrin are training with the children of Wundgrenad, like the teenagers of Wundgrenad, and they are not going easy on the kids of Wundgrenad. Like the teenagers are bleeding from the intensity of the sparring that's going on, and the Eladrin are all untouched. They don't seem to be like, this doesn't seem to be an antagonistic thing, it just seems to be very, very hard training that they're going through. As Luca had asked for sparring sessions to go on. Juniper, you can see, has set up in the middle of town where the chasm has been healed. There is a large circular table that is covered in battle plans, and he is standing there with an Eladrin that you've not seen before, and Pred, and his right-hand man, not Pred's right-hand man, Juniper's right-hand man, and Koru's in his wheelchair there, and so is Father Zuli.
I'm gonna go over there.
Sure. You head over and you can hear them talking about where they're going to be positioned on the battlefield. Juniper seems to be taking a lead on battlefield tactics, and has got like little tiny minifigs, minifigurines that he's putting on the battlefield to signify everybody. Um, then you hear Pred, like the last thing you hear as you're walking up, Pred go, "And what about your trance?" And he just like touches the table, and little wooden trees sprout up from the table on the embankments, the sand embankments that head up the path towards Wingernad from the beach. Yes, well, station those at either side there, I think, and they can hurl things down, and when they die, they can die this way and block off the passage. And Pred's just like, good idea, good idea. Oh, Luca, you're back. Fabulous to see you.
Yeah. How's their planning going from my cursory glance at it?
Give me an insight check. Or any kind of intelligence check that you
Yeah, I
want.
was gonna say history because Luca's battlefield knowledge is probably from books.
I figured you would have something like that up your sleeve, so go ahead. That's still a 9.
I died yesterday.
You remember back to a fictional battle that you saw in a book, called the Battle of Land's End, and basically what they did was they put the cannon fodder at the front, and then had their most powerful troops at the back. It seems like they're doing the opposite, where the people who are most not as well skilled will be at the Wingernad gates, where they're best defended, so they won't fall instantly, and the people who are the most skilled and can also get away are at the front, and that's the Eladrin and the Trents, and Pred's people are in the middle.
This is good. This is good. We need to conserve as much as we can.
I think you need to
Every
conserve some energy, Luca.
I'm fine. We it was hard won, but we got an old friend back. It's not relevant to this. Are there any issues we've run into?
Juniper just points over to the Wingernad teenagers. I'm not saying anything bad about them. They're actually quite fantastic, I think, for mortals. But not particularly good sparring partners for my soldiers. You understand?
That makes sense.
I'd rather not bloody your entire forces before the ships arrive.
All right. Most of the things we'll be fighting will be at range, but we do still need melee drills. I don't suppose that Prid's people are going to be very similar to anything you'll be fighting.
The thing about Prid's people, and he looks at Prid with kind of disgust, and Prid's in his human form with this long slicked back hair. Yes, I know, you don't like me very much. Fucking arrogant piece of shit, but just because we're wolves doesn't mean we don't know how to fight in our human form too.
Well, it might be useful for our allies if they have someone a bit better matched to them to cross blades with.
Our people can at least hold themselves back. And Juniper just kind of goes, "So you're saying they're weak then?"
Listen, I get it. I get that for all of you, the stakes are not quite as high as they are for the rest of us. That this is more about a dick measuring contest than anything else right now. But it's not going to stay that way. Trust me when I tell you that what the Ruby City is bringing is going to be plenty dangerous, and you're going to want to be taking things seriously.
Jennifer takes a step forward, and the light seems to dim everywhere. It seems to me that you and the Ruby City are two sides of the same coin. I just happen to be allied with you right now. The Fae watches all of you ruin this world. Destroy the magics. Ruby City is the greater of two evils, I'll say. But half-breed abominations and mortal emotions are difficult for me to handle in long bursts. Perhaps I'll let my second-in-command handle this. I should go sulk somewhere.
Are you asking to be excused?
If you would, Captain
Very
Anka.
well.
He
Well,
takes a
not,
step backwards and disappears. I'm also terribly sorry for my lord.
it's all right.
Summer is nearing its end, and his fire is sparking.
Who am I addressing?
You may call me the counselor.
Counselor, as I was saying, it might be worth organizing to have some sparring lessons between Pritz people trying to, as best they can, imitate the mortal warriors we'll be fighting.
Do you roll your eyes when he says that? Because all of you did, but like, does Luca roll his eyes when you say that? When he says the counselor.
Luca's not gonna judge his name.
Okay, cool.
That's the first Fae that he's talked to that's been immediately reasonable. He's not
He's
gonna be an
not a
asshole
fae.
to him.
He's not a fae. He's very clearly a
Oh.
human.
Oh. Forgive me. I'm curious how you got wrapped up with all this.
I am Juniper's executive assistant, I suppose you could call it.
Do I get the impression that he has that level of status, or that he's like a lapdog?
Give me an insight check. You're
9 is
unsure,
the
but
what we do today.
there's definitely something behind his words, but you're not sure what it is.
Well, I'm glad that I have you to discuss this with instead.
I promise he's not always like that.
Well, it hardly matters right now. We need to get on to task.
We will position our men at the forefront of the attack. All of our men is all of our men are fitted with the ability to teleport in short bursts, short distances. So we are able to escape most of the ramifications from being on the front line.
That's good. We don't want to get mired in. If we try and fight a pitched battle here, it's going to go badly. We can't stay and do anything on their terms.
I'm worried about their cannons.
Me too. You'll have to bring them onto land from their ships, unless they want to try and fight from the beaches, which I don't think we're really going to give them a chance to.
They'll anchor while right on the beach line, turn, and start firing.
If they're going to keep them in the water, I believe Gunfer was planning something to do with their ships.
That would be good.
It will have to be a priority.
Their aim is not going to be to kill with the cannons, it's going to be to cause entire just confusion and devastation.
We'll need to take them out quickly. If Gunfer can't bring something together that we can easily deal with them with, my group and I could make it a priority. A small group of us, highly mobile, would be able to get on their ships and deal with them.
As he kind of scratches at the back of his neck, you can see that he has elf ears. That's a big risk.
We've taken a lot of big risks. We're going to need to pull our weight. Any of us that have a deal of experience will.
The Wungernad forces will fight better with you by their side.
Maybe so, but if I can save their lives by being elsewhere, that will work too.
What is this
They have
plan?
many people here they believe in.
What is this plan that Gunther has?
He's, I believe, working on something magical or alchemical. I didn't pry too much into it, but he was ironing out the kinks last time I saw him.
Perhaps I should go and speak with him.
It might be worthwhile.
Yes. I'll leave you to it then.
Alright. Everyone back to your tasks. We'll regroup after we've finished training for the day.
Pred pulls up his warhammer. He's like, damn, I only just started.
Well, things aren't actually ideal right now, so
How do you
thank
mean?
you for doing your best.
What's wrong?
Do you want me to list the things that we have stacked against us?
He puts one massive hand on your shoulder and goes, over a drink? Sure.
You know, we didn't talk much last time. Why
No.
not? I could use one.
He kind of puts you in like a semi-headlock. He goes, I knew you'd come around. And then just slaps you on the back as you walk over to this large table the Andarans have set up that is just full of alcohol and various fruits.
Ah yes, the army drinking table. A key
For
part of any war
morale,
camp.
For morale, there's got to be one. What are the rest of you doing?
Willa is going to leave. It's like
You're breaking up a little
and
bit.
sort of. Oh, can you? Am I good now?
Yeah.
Okay. Look over at Cass and Finn and like see if she needs to stay with them or if they're good.
Fendi looks really shy.
Cassia will give her like a look like I'm good and a little nod.
Yeah. Then she's probably gonna head over to where check in with the Andarans.
Sure. Right before we get to that, Koru is going to wheel over to Cassia and Finn. And you guys are, like, you're busy looking somewhere else, and then Koru begins wheeling over, and he pulls out a dagger out of his thing and begins wheeling over faster and faster, and Finn's like, no! And he goes, I'm just kidding. Got you. You're right. He starts, like, pushing it towards Finn. It's good to see you, son. He puts it back in his sheath.
Like I said, he's still in good spirits.
Well, you didn't kill me, so, all's fair, I guess. People have done worse, is what I'm saying. And Cassia, are you okay?
Yeah. I actually came out alive this time. Luke is the one that went down. You might have to have a talk with him.
Oh god, my other
Think-
son.
I think you indicting him into the family really did a number on him.
Oh Jesus. Why do all my children die?
Arn still has it, to our knowledge.
To be fair, he did die once. Kind of. It was very strange. I'm glad you're both in one piece, you know?
Yeah, me too. Do that shoulder nudge thing in the fin.
Yes, me too. I'm glad you're not dead, Koru. Oh. But, like, I'm pretty sure I stuck the blade in the right place. I'm sorry, you taught me better. Fucking right, I taught you better. Next time, kill me.
No, we're not making a habit out of this.
I'm just saying, if you're going to try to kill me, at least kill me so I can be proud of you.
He did a damn good job. Willa's just better. So.
Next time. He just gives like a laugh. And he wheels back to the tent. Astros, what are you up to?
I am sort of looking around, tending to these soldiers that are hurt now, like just popping like a mass cure wounds, getting them all set up, like just doing little things to try and like stop the people around me from bleeding.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Some of the, like, you watch as one of them, one of the younger teens that you've seen training with Luca, is running up with a dagger and slashing desperately at this Eladrin, who just barely seems to be moving, and then just appears behind the kid and just kicks out his legs. He falls and just crumples his nose into the ground, and it's clearly broken. And you manage to heal that, but yeah, it's not going well at all.
I sort of like help this kid up, like meet him as he's like falling on his face and sort of right him back up. I go, now, I'm not much of a hand-to-hand fighter, but I think it would be wise if instead of sort of charging at the person who can clearly evade your attacks, if you played more on the defensive, sort of prepared around you. Does that make sense? Try that. And I dust him off, stand him up, and turn him back around.
You can see he's going a little bit more cautiously, but he still gets his ass kicked, like, handily. These Eladrin are not to play around with. But the Eladrin does reach down and pick him up by, like, the scruff of his thing and, like, put him down and go, "That was better. Next time."
We're learning.
Next time.
Very good.
Next time, try being less mortal.
That's something they can't help, unfortunately. It's something that's just default.
So while you're doing that, Willa's heading over to the werewolf camp. Some of them are heading over to now sit with Prid and Luca. But there's a bunch of people who are sitting around and sewing and hammering out armor. One of them is grooming a werewolf who appears to have gotten caught in a bramble bush. It is just covered in brambles. Are you looking for anyone in particular?
I am. I'm looking for an old friend of mine.
Which one?
Keitha.
Okay. So, you do see this slightly shorter elf in the corner who is reading a book at the moment. You recognize her for her time in the church.
As soon as I catch wind of her, Willa runs over and just hugs her and just screams out, "Keitha!"
She, like, hits the ground with an oof as the book, like, flies through the air. Willa! My spine! Willa!
Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm a tight. I haven't seen you in forever, Keitha.
It's not quite been forever, as she adjusts her glasses. Only, like, a couple of months.
It feels like forever with everything that's happened.
You're still funny.
You're always busy anyways with all your paladin and battle stuff. So serious.
Well, I wouldn't be busy with battle if Wungrenad hadn't gotten itself invaded. Then again, there's not like it's much better in Indara right now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
How
and
did
she
you
kind of
win?
stands up and dusts herself off. My queen, I'm sorry, I've been rather informal, I think. And she kneels.
Keep that. I grew up looking up to you. You don't have to do that.
And now I'm looking up at you. I know you were never particularly good at the whole faith thing, Willa, but I have new faith in you.
That means the world coming from you.
Salah is dead. Long live Will Warren.
I hope that I won't be going anywhere soon. I've got a lot to do.
What were the stars like, Willa?
They were empty, which was strange. I expected for Eleni or the others, the eternal hunt to be there, but it was just Tyvain and me.
Perhaps they were out
I
hunting.
really don't. Perhaps. It was still just empty, and I wanted to be more welcoming for when it's my time and my friend's time to go. I want sort of everything about Indara to be more welcoming.
Well, get me out. She stands up, kind of dusts herself off a little bit more. We could get fairy lights.
Like the ones we used to have
Yeah.
in our area. I loved those.
I think that the stars
remember
need
we-
that.
We could, I wonder if, since it's like celestial and magic and all of that, if we could have them sort of like the constellations and they would light up at night and we could all sit under them and think of all the stories behind them.
I think so. I hope that's what it's like up there. And I hear you met Tyvain. She takes your arm and like starts leading you to the table with all the fruit. What's he like? Is he handsome?
He's very temperamental,
Ah, they all are.
stubborn.
Men.
Yes, it's been frustrating trying to get him to understand what a god should be, what I always thought a god should be, but I'm sort of learning that I was wrong in some of my presumptions as well.
That's fine. We've all been wrong before.
I've met Baghdad as well.
I've heard he is rather handsome. It's just you're a queen of the stars now. You think I'm not going to talk about the fact that you're, God, just about betrothed to a god?
Betrothed.
Promised. You're the promised queen, are you not?
I suppose I never really asked to be queen, and I know Tyvain had asked me to be with him, but I said no.
Shall we have a glass of wine and talk about this, I think?
I think I'd like to be in the right headspace when we do.
Fruit, then?
Sure.
Sure. Sits down, like, way away from Pred, and is giving you some grapes over. Well, she's pouring herself a large glass of wine. Whew, well, I thought the battle was the main thing I had to worry about here, but, you're going to reject the god. Cheers. Well,
I've already rejected him.
okay, you're going to reject a god twice.
I thought I made that clear the first time.
Gods and men tend to, be stubborn in their pursuits. Or maybe we are all misinterpreting, and Queen of the Stars means something different than married to the King of the Stars.
Sorry, Keitha. Do you mind if we talked another time?
Sure, yeah, of course. It's so good to see you. You're looking particularly
I miss
shiny,
you.
by the way.
It's probably, I don't know, I think I've got freckles now.
They're very cute.
Thanks. Well, if you need me, I stay at the Valley House with my friends. It's sort of our new home.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Stop by anytime.
Hopefully you'll make muffins.
You know I will.
Okay.
Willa leans in and very softly, like, nuzzles her cheek against where Keitha's markings are. Sort of in like a little Eskimo kiss. Before very solemnly walking back to the Valley House.
Okay. Look, you're currently drinking with Pred. Ah, Luca. Luca. What's your poison?
I don't have a particular taste. I usually trying to go with I've traveled about a lot. I tried a lot of things. Something a spirit maybe.
We make gin out of the silver bark trees of Endara.
Works for me.
Sure. I'll make you a gin and elderflower and blueberry kind of cocktaily thing. And we'll drink it under the stars. Like men.
I thought we arrived early in the day. Is it late?
Because you guys went to Finn's early in the day, so now it's late at night.
Oh, okay. Sure. I meant to ask, what was it like briefly thinking that you were the chosen one?
Oh, really got to my head.
I think it's pretty overrated.
What, being a chosen one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always saw myself as the strongest and the fastest and the most headstrong.
Do you think any of that got given to you?
Yeah. I don't think I earned anything. But then I met all of you, and I realized that I was neither the strongest nor the fastest nor anything. I am so humbled every day by Willa, I suppose.
I think you sell yourself short. Maybe you started with some advantages over other people. You're a big guy. But you chose what to do with that. And you've trained. There is a reason that everyone looked up to you enough to believe it.
Being especially large doesn't mean especially powerful. As you can see yourself, I think you could take me in a 1v1.
Maybe, but because I trained too. No one handed that to me either.
There's something special about you, Luca.
I hope not. I know way too many special people. I like being the normal one.
Have another drink. He looks nervous about something.
What's on your mind?
You would be a good candidate.
Or what?
The gift.
Oh,
You're strong, you're smart, able to resist all manner of mental weaknesses.
there are some issues there.
You think?
Yeah, how do I put this? I couldn't make much use of the gift because my body doesn't work exactly as it looks like it does.
I know, Tyvane told me. This would cure you, for all intents and purposes. When it takes you, your body, you lose the ability to be sickened in that way. You would recover. It's just a thought. I'm not pushing you into anything. It's a gift, not a forced gift.
It's certainly interesting.
Plus, you
And
get
I'm
to be a
very
big
flattered.
fucking wolf.
It's very cool.
It's
I
very
will
cool.
admit. It's very cool.
Yeah.
And you and your people, they are impressive fighters, and they make the most of their strength.
I just wanted to make sure that you knew that we consider you one of us, Luca. Your family.
That's very kind of you to say.
And you've taken very good care of Willa, so.
He's taking good care of me. I wouldn't have come back the other day if not for her.
It's nice to have friends that are healers.
It's nice to have friends.
No, you'll always have that.
I do now.
My wife was a healer.
Really.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about her?
She was the most amazing woman. I think you met her just the once. Back in the
Yes.
camp. Always kind, always. God, she made just the absolute best porridge. I think that's what I'll take to my grave, is knowing that I'm never going to have porridge that good again.
It's always the small things that you remember.
Yeah, her laugh, her hair. And God, she was a healer, but she always insisted on being on the front lines. The battle from Forandara has taken so much from us. But it was always distant and disconnected from me. It was always a friend of a friend, or a distant cousin, or until she was gone. And now everything's different.
I can't pretend I know what that's like. I've lost quite a few people over my journey, but somewhere back home, my family are still there, although they might think I'm a horrible murderer.
Aren't you?
I like to think I'm neither of those things.
Nothing wrong with being a murderer if you're murdering the right person.
Lance Sherman didn't give me a choice. If I could have it again, even with him, I'd like to have found some way to not have to put a bullet through him.
I think that's where you and I differ a little.
Maybe. I don't think there's a right way to deal with the kind of evils we've both faced.
We're expecting your help after this. Heading back to Indara.
If I can still walk, I'll still be fighting. I'm not going to let your land fall any more than I will let this land fall. They've been good to me.
You're a damn good man, Luca. And you'd make a damn fine wolf.
Well, for tonight I'm just going to try and forget the pain of being stabbed in the chest for a little while.
Yeah,
I
perhaps
think that calls for more gin.
Perhaps just 3 or 4 more drinks, so I don't get too rowdy and bite you.
Sure.
Roll me
That's
an
probably
insight
wise.
check. You are entirely unsure whether he's kidding.
I have rolled so many nat twos.
You have no clue whether he's kidding.
I'm thinking of doing some extra drills tomorrow, so maybe I shouldn't have too many more anyway.
Okay, no problem.
But it's good to talk to you without all that bravado getting in the way.
You too, Luca. Sleep well.
Sleep well. And I'm gonna start noting this now. When Luke has free time, including in these evenings before bed, he's gonna be making healing potions with his alchemical supplies because I have a huge surplus of them, and I might as well get some extra resources for the army.
We should take our break. It's 2 hours and 16 minutes in. Apologies, I went overtime. Yeah, we'll take our break just now then, and come back in 5 minutes to keep going with our roleplay before the battle.
Just when I was starting to like Tyvane, manipulates.
Yeah.
Ah!
Still weird.
Huh?
Still weird. Still weird typing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to also go and get a drink.
Hey, Vinny. Do you remember where the first page of Eleni's journal was? Was that in DMs or? Did we ever find that? Or is it lost to the void? Why? Yeah, I was asking you, do you remember where the first page of Eleni's journal was? Was that in like DM or? Yeah, because I've been looking, I think I'm gonna need it, so I want to try and find it. No, I don't think you ever sent it to me. I don't remember it. And I like looked, I went back to like March. Uh-huh. All right, I'm looking too. Was it like just a block of text or was it like a file? Wonderful. All right, I'll try and find it. I'm like, okay.
You can try and Control F or.
It doesn't work in like in the messages. Like it won't. Discord isn't.
What are we doing? Oh no.
Oh wait, here it is. I have Eleni's journal. Do. It's gotta be after this. I was thinking she might just flip to a random page too. So. Okay, cool. Just a heads. I'm gonna be looking for a certain something, so. Okay, cool. Can you guys hear the rain? Because it's like right by my window, and it's such good ambiance.
No.
That means that Meridia's there with you.
Oh.
Meridia. It's making my room like way cooler, so I'm not complaining. I do need to go shut that window though.
I'm sure I'll find Eleni's journal at some point, but until then I'm just gonna have to put on my best improv.
Put on your Eleni hat.
My Eleni has been on this entire campaign.
It has?
You know, never mind. It's only funny if you know the plot of the campaign and you guys don't, so.
I don't.
You're only in it to make friends and memories.
Oh, if you don't figure out the plot, memories will be all you have.
Oh, and muffins. Friends, muffins, and memories.
There's no muffins where you guys are going if you guys don't figure out the plot.
No! There'll always be muffins.
Okay. Welcome back from the break, everybody. We're going to be heading back in a second. As soon as Luca gets here.
So we have essentially like the whole night because we stayed up or slept during the day.
Yeah.
So
You have the whole night to do things if you want to.
I do want to set up something because I assume it's like dinner time ish right now.
Yeah, let's say it's like 9 o'clock, so it's like literally city dinner time.
Okay. And we fight tomorrow?
No.
Okay, then we're fine. Let me know when we fight tomorrow because I do want to do Heroes Feast. So.
Yeah, so it's not going to be, tomorrow's going to be a whole full day of prep, and then the next day is going to be the first invasions, and then the next day will be the full invasion.
Sounds good.
So I absolutely do not think there's going to be any combat this session, apart from the Finn stuff.
Yeah. Probably just be planning.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nikki's can come back whenever, so what's everybody doing with the night? Well, are you going to cook? What's the deal? Coro's just like wheeling about in his house, doing like wheelies.
Yeah, I'll make. Willa's gonna come home and make dinner in the sense of like cooking so that she doesn't have to think about other things, you know, like stress cooking.
Okay, so roll me your cooking utensils at advantage because you're solely focusing on cooking.
Yes. +4, so 23.
You cook like one of the best meals you ever made in your life. Can you describe it for us?
Yeah, it is. It's not anything fancy. It's just one of those meals. It's chicken pot pie, and it's like one of those meals that anyone can make and is very comforting, and has just enough steps that there's enough to focus on without getting too overwhelmed, but also enough where you don't have time to think about other things going on.
I've done 5 cooking classes in my time, so excuse me while I put a little bit extra spin on this because I fucking love cooking so much. It's like my favourite hobby. So as you like enter into the kitchen, you're like focused, and you see that Koro's been out hunting and he's got like a leftover bird that has been roasted, and you're like fucking perfect for chicken pot pie. You want leftover roast, and you make your roux, and you fold butter into fucking dough so you can make your puff pastry because. Puff pastry is really hard to make. Has anybody tried to make puff pastry? It's really difficult.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard, but you make it expertly, and it rises to that perfect crumb. Koru smells it and goes, smells like Element's back. What? And he kind of chuckles to himself and then looks around and goes, perhaps that's a joke for when there aren't people everywhere.
Willa's in the zone. She like nods at him and gives him like a small.
He kind of pulls out a large, like bag of fat, and is like, "I'll make the gravy." It starts making gravy in a pot next to you.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's home just now, unless they explicitly don't want to be. Yes, Astris, what are you up to?
I'm going to go to the church and spend the night watching over Meridia.
Meridia's up and playing cards.
I should have known.
Father Zuli is sitting down with her, and you notice that all of his jewellery is down on the table.
Father, excuse me, I don't know much about your particular religion. Is it against your religion to be gambling?
Only if I lose.
Then you should not have bet against my sister.
He puts down like the equivalent of 2 kings, and Maria's like, "Oh, you finally got me." And he goes to pull the entire thing and just throws out 2 aces. It's like,
I knew it.
Never mind. She pulls in like all of his jewellery. The entire wealth of the church is in her hands. Oh,
Meridia.
Better luck next time, Father.
Perhaps it would be kind and a generous donation if you gave that back to the church.
Asterisk. I need to buy a new leg.
You do not need to buy a new leg. We can cover it for you.
You got away easy this time, father. She pushes all the money back onto the table.
You really think us, the greatest heroes in the land, wouldn't buy you a leg?
I don't actually know how money works, to be honest.
Oh, me neither. I just sort of know that you can exchange it.
I just know that it's shiny and I like to collect it.
I also like to collect it.
Well, it makes sense since we are family. Do you remember?
I had kind of... No. Sorry.
No, sit down. It's fine.
Okay. I took a seat, sort of like crisscross applesauce with like my hands on my knees.
Crisscross applesauce. We just call that cross-legged.
Crisscross applesauce.
Father Julie like pulls it all into his shirt and like walks away like Ramos Deo while he's putting back on all his rings. Long ago, we were royalty.
Just us?
Well, no, we were, well, 2 of 3.
Oh.
And our mother and father and grandfather and grandmother and various
So we have a
cousins and
We have a third sister?
we did.
It was long ago.
Yeah. We used to do everything together, me and you. But then we had to leave our home. Do you know much about where Tritons are from?
Someone said that they're from the elemental plane and
Indeed.
that they were brought here.
It's all water there. Just all water. There's a couple of little scattered islands, but we don't go there. We lived in the water and we breathed the water and we... You could always die further than me and it annoyed me. We had this enemy, I guess. I was young at the time, but this is what Father told me. These large beasts in the water. I suppose now they're called krakens.
We fought one.
Yeah, we have. They originated with us in the elemental plane, and we chased them out. And then we felt kind of bad about it.
Why? Aren't they evil?
They are, but we just kind of made them someone else's problem.
Oh.
So we followed them here. And we lost our home and... Well, we settled under the water and then you started getting sick. It was actually a lot of Tritons got sick. Plain sickness, they called it. From the journey, I suppose. That's all I remember, is how sick you were. And then I went off to battle.
With your friends at Solar and...
Yeah. It was stupid. I counted them. They were on a boat, a little tiny dinghy in the middle of a storm. I just swam up to them and was like, "You're going to fucking drown, you idiots."
They do seem to be very stupid.
Yeah. And after that, we were just fast friends, you know.
Saving someone's life will do that.
I've heard that, yes. I'm sorry
And
I don't know as much. She kind of winces at the name.
Sorry.
No, it's... I loved Bagton. He was very handsome.
I've met him.
You've what?
So, sort of recently went into his. I feel. Is this wrong? I'm so sorry. We sort of watched Tyvane and Silgoth fight, and Bagden was there, and we convinced him to help us by taking down Silgoth.
Did he look happy? Was he? No, I don't want to know. Did you mention me?
In passing, but it was not the correct
And did he say
time.
anything about me?
He didn't.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
I didn't mention your name. Perhaps that would have evoked more of a response.
No, it's Well, I hope he's doing. I hope he's doing well. Did he say if he's seeing anyone? Or?
No, he seems to be sort of shut in a little cavern underneath the earth where nobody comes in there. And when I showed up, he was like in a bathrobe and then got dressed. So sort of like not quite.
No, that doesn't sound like back then.
Are you sure?
Not the back that I knew. He was strong and confident, and he rode into battle on a white stallion. This beautiful white stallion that we shaped out of the sea foam.
Quite frankly, he seemed resigned to his position.
He deserved so much more than that. Than being pawned off to some... It doesn't matter.
You deserved more than being shut away in an interdimensional portal for 600 years.
Perhaps I got the easy way out of all of this.
Don't call it easy.
I got to see you again.
We're lucky.
I don't think this is luck.
Fate?
Let's not put too much in that asshole's hands.
He'd be tickled.
She just pulls you into a hug.
I hug her.
Are you okay in this body?
I don't know what that means. I'll be honest. Here's something fun that I've learned. Humanoids don't have wet receptors on their skin. So when I'm gonna break Hillary. When they swim, they can feel the force and the pressure of the water beneath them and the change in temperature, but they can't truly feel the water like Tritons can. And I guess I'm sort of like them now, and that I can feel the pressure of the water as if I were humanoid, but just, yeah, not the same way you do.
She touches her hand onto your metal hand. Perhaps we can fix that.
Maybe. It's all right for now. I'm safe in here.
It's like I've missed you for so long, and now you're here and I don't know what to do.
Imagine how I feel. I find someone I didn't know I was missing, and I feel so sorely that I've missed you, and yet I don't know why. I just have to trust that you're telling me the truth.
I can think of a solution for that too.
You're clever.
She touches your head, and you get a flash of memory. It's the two of you standing on a glacier, and you're looking through your own eyes at a much, much younger Meridia, maybe 6 or 7 years old. He says, "Alright, just watch me, and then you go." And she like jumps and flips through the air and lands in a perfect dive into this expanse of ocean. Ocean is all you can see anywhere. And then you shudder back.
The wind. Thank you.
We'll work it all out.
I have to be careful. Are you fighting soon?
I don't think I have much of a choice.
I know, but I had hoped.
I can control the water.
I called on Azure for help.
And what did she say?
They told me to watch for them on the horizon.
I don't know this Azure. It's not a name I know.
I don't either, but they called me Soul Sister, Sister Soul.
No. It couldn't be.
She answered when I called.
I think I need some rest.
Sleep. I'll keep watch.
Thank you, sister. And she curls up in a little ball and goes to sleep. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, there's a fucking chicken pot pie that's just been cooked. Fucking chicken pot pie. And everybody's kicking around the table. Marshall's there. It's like... Personally, I prefer tapas, but this looks very heartwarming. And sorry, sorry, Monty.
That carrot was slippery.
Thank you very much, Willa, for the wonderful meal.
You're welcome.
So who's all there? The 4 of you? 3 of you, sorry, and Marshall and Koru.
Mm-hmm.
Look, are you
Wait,
there?
Aram.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Auram's there too.
Finn.
Finn's in this holding cell underneath the house.
Are we keeping the Daedal guy in the holding cell?
Which one do you want in the holding cell, guys? Do you want Finn in the holding cell, or do you want the Dial Tech guy in the holding cell?
I mean, they were in that cave together. We can put them both.
The Daedal tech guy's tied up, so he's not a threat.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, so you put them both in the holding cell. You will be dead before the sun rises, Finn. And Finn's just like, yeah, okay, sure.
Aggressive wiggling.
Cassia, I made a little extra, so if you want to take some down for Finn, I thought he'd appreciate it. But if you all don't mind, I'm going to head up a little early. Good night. And Willa just heads upstairs.
Sure. Go into your bedroom. It's a bit starry in your bedroom. Like the stars are shining through into your room. Sorry.
I don't know if they want to talk at the dinner table a little bit more.
Yeah, do they want to talk at the dinner table?
Luca's processing a lot.
I think we all are. Orum's trying to come to terms with the fact that there was like someone who looked like him just kicking around.
Oh, we still have to deal with that. Fucking Rakshasa just hanging out in Gunfors. I'm going to get some work done before I go to bed.
Enjoy my bed, says Orum.
I offered.
I was just being polite, alright?
Two could always share.
Don't ship me with your brother.
I have a wife. I have a wife and children.
It doesn't
also
have to
true.
be romantic.
I promise you, anyone who shares a bed with me, it will be romantic. I will light some fucking candles
Disgusting.
and shit.
Disgusting.
Luca
In
goes
front
to
of my
bed
pot
quicker.
Don't look in my nightstand. Don't you dare.
I will take this portion downstairs.
He's like taking like a mug and rolling it against the cell doors. And the head Gregor is whistling like a jaunty jail tune.
Two are very dramatic.
Feels like it's been years. Cassia, I'm going weak. You gotta help me.
What is this?
I'm
What
sorry,
is with the
it's
accent?
it's very boring down here.
In due time. You're lucky that you're getting this.
Oh, I know.
You could be like the rest of them and get pancakes that Oru makes, and
I always liked Koro's pancakes.
a bit more down here than the rest of them. Then
This looks very nice. I'll well, give my thanks to the chef, and if you need me in the battle, I can be there.
I'll see what I can do, but no promises. No.
Of course. Just if we get overrun, don't leave me down here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Cassia.
No problem. Make Willa in the morning. She cooked it. It's so good.
I will.
Go head back upstairs.
Are you doing anything? You're making health potions, aren't you, Luca?
Yeah, Luca's gonna make potions, but before he sits down to work, Luca sits to the desk and pulls out the blood magic book, and then thinks about his conversation with Pred. Lots of compromises to be made. Puts her away again, starts working.
Okay.
Right out here trying to make me change subclass again.
Well, what you doing?
Willa gets up for a moment before taking.
You're breaking up a little. I think you have to get a little closer to your mic.
No. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're just getting used to everything. It's alright.
So Willa goes upstairs and like takes a moment to sit down before pulling out the journal from Eleni's journal, and sort of under her breath says to herself, "Gods can bleed. Strike now, while the iron is hot." And takes a look at it in her hands before starting to flip through the pages and look for anything that correlates with those words or talks about Eleni's relationships with Solar.
Can you roll me a straight investigation check, please?
Yeah.
You're flipping through it. Every second page is blank. So it's just the first page that is written on, and the back page is blank. And as you're flicking through, you read a lot about the ongoings of the church. You read a lot about worship of Solar, the candles, the special candles that they burn, that is infused with the ashes of ancestors, that is used for very special rituals, because it's meant to make the stars burn brighter by burying the ashes of these ancestors that are already in the stars. Towards the end of the book, she talks a lot about her place in the stars and how she knows it's already been carved out, and how she's not looking forward to it. Like the eternal hunt seems like more of the same, and how she doesn't really know what to expect up there other than more death and suffering. Why would she spend an eternity hunting when she spent her whole life killing for good? She wants to live an afterlife with the people that she loves, not with some god as a hunting lackey. And this is very different from what you know of Eleni, who is like always a very faithful person and was very readily talked highly of Solar, but it doesn't seem like she wants to go with Solar. But the 4, that's all you get.
Mm-hmm. Willa is gonna sort of mentally make a note of all of that, and then just sort of like take the book and like hold it to her chest after looking through it, and hug it. Let out just a sigh as she tries to think things over, and pull out a kind of like a light bulb going off in her head, pull out a candle that she's been carrying with her in her priest pack, and thumb over to one of the kind of necklaces that she carries on her, and take just a tiny smidge out of it of Eleni's ashes and rub it on the candle on the tip of it and light it for her in the windowsill.
Sure. One of the stars in the sky grows a little brighter.
Mm.
As you go to sit down on your bed, there's a rap at your window.
I look over to it.
There's a dwarf hovering at your window. Kind of waves.
I'm like, Willa like rushes over like goes to open the window and then like remembers the candle is there, so like in a hurry sort of like takes it and sets it to the side and then opens it.
Hello.
Hello?
Sorry.
Do
Could he reaches his hand out to shake yours. I think we've met before, actually.
Leon?
No. Although form is similar. You can see he's like this blonde dwarf. And when you look into his eyes, they're this pale red. Silgoth, it's a pleasure.
What are you doing here?
I thought it was fitting to introduce myself. Considering you, shot me with many different forms of energy.
You have killed and hurt so many people that I care about.
Not entirely true.
What do you
Can we
want?
just talk?
What do you want?
To talk, that's all. Trust me, I can't harm you.
What do you have to say?
A lot, if you give me the opportunity.
About?
I can give you answers. I know you're looking for those.
They're
Oh,
going to come with it.
No, all you have to do is invite me in.
No. Even when my god confuses me for the 4th time, or however many I've lost count, I can figure things out myself.
Understood. You are considerably more beautiful up close, by the way. I can see why Tyvain likes you.
I am so much more than beauty and what I do for others. You know that, don't you? Why does everyone look at me like I'm something that they can have?
I do know that, yes. You're strong. And
I am tired of being used. You will not use me.
no, I won't.
And she slams the window.
He gives a deep sigh. And he puts something on the outside windowsill. And then he walks away into the night. On air. Just on the air, he walks away.
Willa just lets out the most frustrated yell.
There's a knock on the door.
Do we hear this?
Yeah, you guys hear all of this.
Running up
Yeah.
those stairs.
There's a knock on
Oh
the
my
door.
goodness.
Willa?
You alright?
No.
Can I come in?
There's a light smell of sulfur in the air.
Who are you talking to? What's wrong?
Silgoth came, and he was in my window. And apparently I'm supposed to be betrothed to Tyvain, according to Keitha, and everyone I know. Do you know how hard it is to be nice all the time?
Luca's like about to run to the window to like get his gun out, and then he sees how upset Willa is and he stops. Willa, it's alright, he's gone.
He's still there. Tyvane's still there. I can't get away from them. I can't get away from how they treat me.
Seal sit next to Lola. Kind of lower into her chest a little bit. Give this look at Luca that is just. I can't even put it into words, but he'll take a breath and go. It's me when I say this. You are much, much more than anything those two idiots have anything to say about. The only reason they keep saying shit like this and putting a claim over you is because they've seen it. They know it.
I still need them though. I can't keep you all safe without.
I don't remember Tyvain getting the crown for himself.
Koru is standing at the doorway. You have all never needed anyone.
That's not true. We all needed each other.
I'm glad you all have each other. He'll walk in and, without another word, take you all into a big father hug. It's alright.
Koru, every time I think that I know what I'm supposed to do, every time I think that people are going to change, they don't.
I think the problem is that you're treating these gods like people. People do change. Like all of you. God, look at me. But these gods think they're so far above us. They're not what they think they are. Trust in yourself, Lila, over everything. I know you, and I know that even without your powers, you'd still be one of the strongest people I've ever known. He gives your cheek a squeeze. Goes, no, I need a whiskey before I go back to bed. My back is all kinds of sore. Did you say Silgoth was here?
That's what he said his name was.
Do they not look the same?
He looked like a dwarf. He looked like Leon. I thought it was him.
Evil takes many forms. Sleep with your weapons under your pillows tonight.
Nice. We've been on the run for months. You think I ever stopped?
Not here, you know. He grabs Luca by the back of the shirt and goes, "You're having a whiskey with me. Someone's got it."
I've drank a lot tonight.
He just starts pushing you towards the stairs.
It doesn't bounce off me anymore. I can't drink as much. Oh,
Fine,
please.
Cassia, you're next.
It's more like it.
I have work to do anyway.
Would you stay with Willow?
Yeah.
Perfect. Having Cassia will head downstairs to have a whiskey. What's everybody's passive perception?
Um, 19.
14.
Me.
19 is enough to see that there's a small light outside the house for a very small amount of time.
What kind of light?
Like a orange light.
Orange.
Like a
Yeah,
fire
well-
or like something steady?
Like a fire.
Go to the window.
There's a small ring of fire around the house. But it's gone out now. It goes out immediately and there's just a black scorch mark around the house.
Cassia is going to go downstairs out the back door and go to where she sees the ring in the ground.
Well, but if you go out the back door, there's a figure standing on the other side of the ring. It's Tyvane.
We'll go up to him.
Oh, hi, Cassia.
What do you want?
Nothing. I just looking at this ring, that's all. How are you?
What did it? Fine. Do you know what it is?
It's some kind of warding spell.
Against.
He touches an invisible wall with gods, apparently.
You.
I can't get in, no. Not that I wanted to.
See it.
I tend to leave Willa alone for... she doesn't need my company, but even if I wanted to, I couldn't step in.
I think you and I have a different definition of alone, but sure. Do you know who did this?
I mean, by the scorch mark, I would have to guess Silgoth, but...
Why would he put a warding around my house
Keep me out.
against him?
Anyway, I'll be back when the war goes on. Just to try and help in the ways I can, but at least I know Silgoth will. At least I know you'll be safe here.
What do you get out of this?
Out of what?
This. Helping us. You weren't very inclined to aid us before. I get that you're trying to play off this, oh, I've changed for the better, her words really got to me thing, but, you know.
Things are wrong in the world.
Understatement.
I need to win against Silgoth so that my people can be safe, so that the souls can go to the stars.
That doesn't answer my question, but
I help you here, you come and help me in Indara, we win. Everybody goes home.
know that what happens here doesn't make us owe you. We'll help in Indara, but we're not doing it for you. We will do it for Will Warren.
I know. I expect nothing from any of you.
I'll hold you to that.
He reaches his hand to shake yours, and then it like crumples against the wall. Yeah. God's honor.
Not too heavy on faith, but again, I'll hold you to it. She'll turn around and walk back inside.
Corey's like asleep on the kitchen chair.
Meanwhile,
She'll
upstairs.
shake him.
Meanwhile, upstairs, yes.
Yeah.
A little while back in that scene, Luca has extended the rifle and is kind of propped up on the windowsill. And he kind of sits back. He's like pulled the chair over, and he's sitting on it against the windowsill with the rifle there, looking at Willa. After the person who hurt me left, I spent a long time trying to figure out if I'd done something wrong, if I'd failed in some way, if I hadn't earned whatever it was I had been given up till then. And when I started trying to build myself up again, it felt like all I knew was things she had taught me. Like everything good in me had been gifted by her. But the more that I had time, the further away I got, the more I spent time with people that actually cared for me. I understood that some people know that they need you, and the only way they can think of to keep you is to make you think that you need them. Even if it hurts you. I understand what I was to her now. Whatever you are to Tyvain or Silgoth, it's something that you have to give. It's not something they get to take. And it's not a small thing, even compared to a god. And if you took it away tomorrow, you'd still be fighting at my side. But Tyvain would just be a sad sack who lost his best asset. I don't know that either of them will ever have any respect for you the way you deserve. I don't know that they deserve any respect either. But you don't need it from them, and you don't need them. Any more than I did. And you might not believe that now, but these things take time. You're good at loving other people, Willa. You should figure out how to love yourself instead of hoping that someone else will figure out how to.
I don't really, I don't stay with Tyvain for me. sort of have been doing it for Eleni. For all of you. To me, Tyvain or Salah is supposed to be that god and that thing that you hold on to so that at the end of the day, when you don't have anything left, it's still there. And I need that little bit of hope in order to keep loving everyone and keep them safe. I need there to be the stars after everything. I need there to be hope, and Tyvain is supposed to be that. I was supposed to keep Salah safe before she died. I'm supposed to do a lot of things, I think.
Come
But
over
every
here.
time,
Seriously. Points out the window. The stars are still there. Tyvain doesn't hold them up. They're bigger than him. Older. We even know that. Sometimes people aren't what they're supposed to be. Sometimes parents hurt you instead of comfort you. Sometimes lovers are cruel instead of kind. You can't love them into being better. They have to earn you. When you were gone to the stars, I told Tyvain that he had to earn you. I don't think he's realized how true that is yet.
I think he thinks that if he slaps a title on me, a ring, and I'll follow suit.
He's not very smart.
It's true.
You talk about doing all this for Eleni. Do you think Eleni would want you to torture yourself following someone who hasn't earned your respect?
No.
It's good to have...
Tyvain's the only bit of Eleni I have left.
Why do you think he'd have that? He's just some asshole. Eleni didn't even serve him.
Well, he's the law too. We saw it when we fought Silgon.
Maybe he carries something, some godly essence, but what does that mean to us? The memories that you carry of Eleni are much more real than anything that Tyvain holds on to. And they will be if Tyvain is gone or decides that he's not going to help you because he won't bow to his whims.
But then what happens to all the people that I told to follow Tyvain? What happens to Indara?
I don't know. But I know that people learn to live, whatever hardship is put in front of them. Especially when they have people who care for them to support them. And it's better to feel lost for a time and have to seek something new than to stay with something you have always known just because it is familiar.
It's just. You're right, it's just scary.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of like learning to walk again.
You'll be there to catch me if I fall.
Maybe literally. But I'm only a part of the things that make Willa. You don't need me any more than you need anyone else. I'm just there to help along the way. I can hear Tyvin, but he hasn't popped his head out. I'm not going to shoot him. I was going to fire a warning shot so he didn't come and try and talk to you right now.
It's probably for the best. I think I've had enough of gods for the day.
Yeah.
Maybe for a lifetime.
I haven't seen that book.
What book?
The one on your desk.
Oh. It was Elaine's. Finally sort of know how to read it, and in more ways than one. It's Elvish, but for a while it was too hard to open.
Because it's the last thing you have of hers. That if you finally read it, that thread will be gone.
No more wisdom from her. No, Eleni used to tell me that the moon and the stars, the woods, it was all made so that I could come along and look at it. I would give everything to hear her tell me that one more time. Eleni used to tell me not to doubt and not to worry about what I needed to do, and all my life I fought her for it. I mean, I was picked from a child. All I ever knew was Indara and the church, and Eleni earned me. Like all of you have.
Wish I could have met her. I'd like to know who made you the person I got to meet. But all this talk about Faith, what she told you, think of Asterisk and Cassia and I. Think of what Finn did. In small or large ways, people make mistakes, even people we look up to. Maybe she got that wrong. It doesn't make everything else she taught you any less.
Doesn't make the love any less.
Exactly.
Eleni would have.
You think... No,
Think what?
You think she was the one I saw in the library?
I don't know. Eleni was supposed to be in the stars. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen the hunt. And when I prayed to her, she answered. I don't think she was supposed to be able to do that.
Maybe she chose something else too. Maybe none of us need to follow the path that we were told we were meant to lead.
Maybe. What are we supposed to do for one Granat, though?
Well, I don't know if you caught on yet, but I'm mainly good at one particular thing. I tap the rifle. But, people need more than accurate shots and grandiose speeches. You know a lot more about faith than me. Even if some of the places you've placed it haven't really earned it. You need faith. They're going to need you.
I'll be there. I'm not going to let any of the three of you out of my sight, at the very least. I'm not sure how the gods work or what makes one, but I know that there's hope and that there's good in the world, and that I don't always feel Pyvane when I help you or I heal. It's more of just me wanting you to not be hurt anymore. I guess it's sort of a stubborn thing. I just refuse to let anyone tell me that the world isn't good. You can throw me into however many positions or dangers you want. I'm not going to let anyone tell me that this world is bad. There's bad parts of it, but there has to be good. Or I wouldn't be who I am today. I'd just still be a little girl stuck in a church. I'm not sure what'll happen if I finally give Tyvane an ultimatum. I had thought that I had. I mean, he has to stay where he is as a god. I don't know any way around that.
Personally, I have not spent a lot of time on our journey stressing over the cosmos, or what Tyvane or any other fucker wants. Mainly what I think about is how I'm going to get all of us through the next few days. How we're going to find what we're looking for. Protect people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a more productive thing to focus on, I think.
Easier when you have someone to lean on, or I guess to blame. Do you think that's all the gods really were, Luca? Some person that we picked out and said, we're going to blame you for everything bad in the universe.
I mean, we learned about gods and titans. We met Fey Lords. We've met men who thought themselves untouchable because they had money. So many people that thought they were better than the folk around them. All of them felt like they had a reason.
I'm just scared that if I find what my truth is, I'm going to have to give up hope.
Like you just told me. When I was dead yesterday, you didn't hope that Tyvane would save me. You knew that you would. You don't need some shining beacon to be hope for you. You have fucking sparkles on your face. It's inside you.
Thank you, Luca.
You have saved me enough times. One pep talk is minor repayment.
Thank you for listening.
You're always welcome. You spend enough time listening to other people. You should get a turn to talk once in a while.
Feels good to be heard. Well, if I'm going to be hopeful, and if I'm going to do things myself, then I think that I need some rest.
That makes a lot of sense. I don't think Silgoff's coming back, and I think from the shouting, Cassia's told Tevane to fuck off. Works for me. How many of these books did Delaney go through? She only wrote on half the pages.
Look, can you roll me an investigation check at advantage, please?
Why else would Vinny specifically mention that? Yeah, I had a kind of narrative thing for this anyway. Luca kind of looks at it and squints for a second and says, wait a second. Willa, can I see that candle?
Sure.
And Luca brings it up real close to one of the blank pages.
And words begin to glow with starlight on the back pages. The first page is a recipe for lemon tart.
It's just a recipe book. The whole thing.
Every
Just
page,
almost prized recipes.
every page is baking recipes.
God.
Muffins, cookies, brownies. Every page is a different recipe. However, with a 22 in investigation, you can see that it's clearly ciphered.
Yeah,
It's a code.
She was a smart one. I think we're going to need to sit down with this book a bit more.
I think so too. What does it say?
It's going to take me some time to figure out what it's really saying. Considering what you've told me about Eleni, I'm sure the recipes are perfectly good anyway. But, we'll figure it out together. Like we did with the book about Kapofu. Like we have with everything we've had to deal with on this crazy escapade.
I like that.
Well, keep it safe, because tonight you and I are getting some rest. We can resolve the secrets of your mentor and whatever world-changing discoveries are inside tomorrow when we've had some sleep.
Perhaps over one of her recipes.
I'd like that. Why didn't I think of doing that? Luca thinks about the invisible ink he's been carrying for half the campaign, damn it.
You can both have inspiration, permanent inspiration for that half an
man.
hour of fantastic roleplay that you both did together.
Uh,
You can both take a permanent inspiration that you can use at any
Aw.
time.
I've had so much of that shit in my head for so long because ages ago, Hillary was like, at some point, I think Willa's going to come to you with Eleni's book. I
I
started thinking about what Luca would say if he was being totally sincere.
when I was told about, well, when I figured out that she had Eleni's journal, I was like, "There's a code in there. I can't wait for it to get opened." And also,
As soon as you said that half the pages were blank, I was like, I know, and Luca would be able to notice it too.
oh, brilliant! So everybody gets to rest. Not that you need to, but everyone does get to rest. Meridia wakes, and Father Zuli is handing out fruit to all the injured in the church, which is a lot more than there was, yesterday at the start of yesterday, because all the young teenagers have come to be healed after their long day of sparring. So they spend the night in the church with Asteris and Meridia. Cedric is nowhere to be seen in the church. But you guys get a short breakfast in the church, and Will, are you gonna try and make one of the recipes?
Yes, we'll just do the lemon tarts.
Okay, because it's the first one. It specifically calls for a type of brim lemon that grows in the hardiest environment, and so is like ridiculously sour. But you figure that with like halving the amount of sugar in the recipe, you can mimic that. So give me a cooking check there. You perfectly mimic the recipe to use Wingrenad lemons by halving the amount of sugar, and adding like a little pinch out of Eloin's old storage of cinnamon. You make it even better than Eleni's was.
Wow.
That's so perfect for the first time you make an Eleni recipe.
I know.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Willa sort of has breakfast on the table. And when Luca and Cass both come down, she sort of like waits for them to come down and then like sort of brings them both into like a big hug with her arms around their shoulders. And then just pulls away and looks at Cassie and then to Luke says, "Thank you."
You're the one
Don't
that
need
made
to
breakfast.
Hey, you keep feeding us. We should be thanking you every morning. Constantly, actually.
There's a knock at the door.
Get it?
It's one of the elves from the encampment. Is Willa here?
Yes, Willa, there's someone at the door for
Looking
you.
past, you can see his Keitha at the door.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Keitha, come inside. I've made Eleni's lemon tarts.
Oh, thank God. I couldn't deal with another day of just fruit and gruel.
Mm-hmm. Luca, Cassia, this is Keitha. She's
kind of
sort of like my...
short but very burly wood elf, like pretty built, is just walking through the door. Her metal pauldrons kind of hit the frame of the door as she walks through, and immediately walks, "Oh, lemon tarts!" and she starts grabbing them off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Willow were sisters in the church.
Yes, Keitha was like my older one. I always looked up to her.
And now I look up to her.
Like the rest of us. Nice to meet you.
And it's very nice to meet you.
Luca literally has like full control over all the blood in his body, still blushes.
She kind of turns to Willa with like taking a bite out of the lemon tart and just goes, "Ooh."
Luca like tries to
That
distract
wasn't-
himself with the lemon tart as well.
That wasn't me laughing. That was definitely Cassia busting up laughing.
Yeah.
But
These lemon tarts are delicious, by the way.
Oh, they're very
They-
sweet, aren't they?
The strong taste. It's good. It's very exactly the kind of spirit to it I'd expect from Eleni.
Eleni was great. She was lovely. I miss her every day.
Is Stella still doing alright? I take that as he is alive and kicking.
Yes, and still just as annoying.
You know he does it because he loves you.
I'd really rather he didn't. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He's fine. You'll see him if you come back to Indara. We left some people to manage the camp. Just took the sturdiest
That makes
warriors,
sense.
you know.
He's one of the eldest too.
Yeah, we were gonna leave Varu behind, but he insisted.
Interesting. Has everything been alright with the rest of camp?
Prid's... Well, not himself recently, since his wife passed.
Oh no.
Yeah. But he still leads us fine, with Varu. We lost a couple of others as well. No one we didn't expect, I guess. Apart from one. The Panther. Anyway, this isn't what we want to talk about on such a happy morning.
I know.
We're gonna get our
I have to
home
say it.
back, Willa. As soon as we're done here.
I know. It's just going to be rebuilding it that's hard.
No, that's the easy part. We're elves. We have a lifetime to rebuild.
I guess.
Now, who wants to spar?
Actually, I had an idea for some training today, based on what I saw yesterday. We'll go through some training and things, and later when we're resting, we should go through some more of Eleni's recipes.
And then he left you recipes?
We just found.
All she left me was 10 gold. Wills can be so harsh.
Lucas still kind of feeling awkward in this whole encounter. Anyway, the plan. I'm going to go and figure out the logistics of this, and Luca heads off with his gear.
She kind of walks past Willa as she's heading back out. He's handsome. Is that why you won't marry Tyvane?
Willa pushes her out the door.
You'll have to tell me at
Oh
some
my
point,
God.
Willa. Like the door slams in her face.
This is like the classic friend that assumes that you have to have some
Yeah.
kind of romantic interest.
Yeah.
Just like such older sister energy where she's
Mhm.
like, I love Keitha.
It's so funny because the notes that I got said that she's very serious and withdrawn, and I went, no, she's gonna be serious and withdrawn just in her studies.
Like,
she's
just to
gonna be-
Willa, yeah.
But like
Like,
she's
she's
gonna be
like-
so
she's
much
like-
fun.
I have to put up a good front so that my younger sister, like, knows how to be in the life. And she's like, Willa turned out fine. Now I can tease her.
Exactly, I can just chill now. I think we have a bit of time for doing a little bit of early day checking and sparring and stuff like that, and then we're gonna finish the session. So
Luca had an idea when he was watching the combat drills, of how he could try and help them plan for how to fight Ruby City soldiers. Luca has taken the points off of a number of his bolts for his crossbow, and he's kind of dulled the end where the point used to be. So he's got like non-lethal crossbow bolts that will just give you a bruise. And he wants to do like a gauntlet for them where they have to like try and avoid shots and use cover and stuff to try and teach them how to avoid someone that's actively shooting at you.
if you tell, it won't be Juniper because Juniper's not there. But if you tell the counselor about it, I've got something really cool I can do for you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So the counselor is watching over a bunch of the Eladrin while they're doing combat drills between themselves now, and Pred is having his soldiers in wolf form fight against the teenagers of Wingernad. And they're going very easy on the teenagers of Wingernad, but still destroying
Big hulking
them.
wolves that are just getting punched by these little kids.
Just they're absolutely destroying the kids still. So you tell the counselor your plan. And he says, I think I got something that might help. And he rips off his medallion and he hands it to you. And it's emblazoned with trees and bushes. Let's head just outside the gate and bury it.
Whatever you say.
So you head out the gate and you bury it. You take a couple of steps back as it begins to sprout and root, and it grows into a full fucking paintball course. Yeah.
Why did you have this around your neck?
It's a long story.
Well, it certainly works.
It grows into what you need at the time. Oftentimes it's a shelter. Sometimes it's a tree bearing fruit. In this instance, it's battle training.
Handy. Alright, everyone huddle up. Luca calls everyone and explains that the last person that Luca hits, actually the last like half a dozen people that Luca hits, are going to get one piece of whatever he bakes with Willa that afternoon. Because there won't be enough for everyone, but their reward if they win is that they get some home cooking from Willa.
Everybody seems really down with this. The Eladrin don't come over.
Yeah, this is mainly for the people that are going to be at extreme range and aren't going to try and close the distance.
Yeah.
So I'm mainly looking for, the actual Wingrenad folks and to an extent Prid's people, because I imagine they probably don't instinctively seek cover when they maybe should.
Prince people are also kind of looking skeptical. Not. One of the werewolves kind of walks up to you, and in like a harsh, croaky voice goes, "Range is not our strong suit."
That's why I'm teaching you this. You need to avoid getting shot a bunch before you manage to claw someone's face off.
Sure. Sounds fun. Sure. Well, one of the people who wins is gonna be Genathan, because he's gonna catch all your fucking arrows.
Yeah, he's a monk. Jonathan's basically cheating.
Yeah. Can you roll just a straight d20 to see how well this goes?
Sure. 14.
That's really good. They all get really into it, and for most of the morning and into the afternoon, you guys are basically playing like a big airsoft round. You guys switch teams and stuff. You've all got different colors on. and
Luca with big, like, older kid airsoft energy.
definitely. And even Pred and the team get into it as well. Pred like jumps in the way of one of the Wingrenad teens and like takes an arrow straight to the chest.
No.
Get
Just
down,
bounces
Mr.
off him.
President. And they even go out when they get hit, even though like they don't actually get bruised by the arrows.
There's a bunch of werewolves just sitting on the sidelines, drinking a soda.
Exactly. But you eventually end up with like 5 kids, 5 Wingrenad teens, and 1 werewolf that have managed to make it to the end.
Congratulations to all our winners. I will seek you out later tonight when I have whatever wonderful delicacy our own Will Warren has conjured up for you.
They all look at Will Warren and they kind of clap, and a bunch of the Wingrenad teens kind of like look down at their feet and like clap. They have crushes on Willa. I can't hear you.
I can.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of mic trouble from
Oh.
Hillary.
That's because I have my fan on. I'm sorry.
Ah.
It's either sweat or no sound.
Lovely.
I can always make an extra batch.
All the people on the bench are like, I think this is a great place to end it then. But actually, no. I want to do one bit of deciphering the journal while you guys are baking for a good cliffhanger.
Yeah, I like the idea that, like, Luke is sitting there deciphering it and talking aloud about what he's doing, but also, since they're reading the recipe over and over, like, Willa's actually able to make the recipe while we're doing it.
Yeah.
Can you give me either a straight intelligence check, a history check, or an investigation check?
Can I be helping in the sense that I know stuff about Eleni that I can make connections to?
Yeah, you actually know the book that this cipher's based off of.
Oh.
It's the Big and Daring Cookbook.
Hell yeah.
And that's what the cipher is based off of in the first place. A bunch of modified recipes from there. And it was a big book that Eleni always had in her room. Not in the kitchen, always in her room on a stand. So definitely you'd be able to help with that, so we'll get advantage there. Look at.
Do history. 26.
You think back to some books that you've read of great detectives in history, and begin to remember how they've broken great cryptography works. And with Willa's help of like what she remembers of the cookbook, you begin to break down the first lines of the first page. And it says, "I've had enough of this. The stars will fall." And that's where we're gonna leave it for this session.
Oh boy.
we will we will pick this up next time. I hope you've all enjoyed the Luca and Willa show. With a
I
bit
love it so much.
with a bit of Keitha in there, just making people uncomfortable. We love that. Thank you very much for joining in on Chapter 2. Super excited for where this goes. Very good first episode, guys. It was fantastic. We'll be uploading this episode by the weekend, so it'll be up on YouTube. But everybody just wave goodbye. I think I am going to raid somebody, because I think my friend is online. Well, a friend. Not maybe my friend, but a friend is online of the channel, so we're going to raid them. Maybe. Everybody's just like waving.
Like, wave my gun.
I love it.
The RP was great. Thank you, Polydeuces. Appreciate it.
I just to like physically be in character, I had the gun in my hand as if like I had like the rifle over his arm, just so that I could feel it.
Amazing.
Wow.
So much. I love it.